Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going? Welcome to Chaos Incarnate every single morning. How you guys doing? Crypto JPEG here at Crypto. Yes, Chaos is ready to go. First, good morning, Otaku and Chaos crew. Good morning to you, Crypto Drunk in the house. Yeah, Cody, we got Cody this morning. Good morning, good morning. Cliff, good morning, Chaos. Good morning to you, Cody, Cliff, and the rest of you guys. User G here. Holy crap. Got a full house today. OG Bobbin. Yes. Mario. How's it going, Mario? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Chaos to the world as the world burns. We just chilling. 100%, my man. 100%. Why are we just chilling? Why are we just chilling? Because we're always right. We're always right. Looking, of course, at our Bitcoin predictions over the weekend. Who else could do this? I don't know. I don't know who else could do this, guys. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of winning now, guys. I'm really, really tired of winning. If I get my damn buttons to work, because they are broken. No! Over the weekend, they are broken. Yeah, it looks like they are not wanting to work this morning. Let me see if I can revive these real quick. But yeah, of course, this weekend was crazy for price action on Bitcoin, as we had a ton of major events that transpired. Oh my god, what is going on with this? Like, yeah, this is, and there we go. All right. So yeah, we are ready to go. Okay. So yeah, this morning we had this morning, this weekend we had an invasion. No one could have predicted that we were going to take Venezuela. I got a lot to cover. I went a minute earlier just to kind of go over everything. This is crazy, guys, what's been breaking. If you guys have been part of my Discord, of course, you've been tracking it with us over the entire weekend. This movement has been insane. Last weekend, just to give you a quick little recap, we had a baseline bull, of course, predicting into the weekend based on the current trajectory of Bitcoin, not even seeing a pullback since basically New Year's Day. Right, and so, yeah, we continue this run. It's just grinding upward, and I assumed that we were going to kind of bubble out here and, or top out somewhere between, 90 on 193, 91.93, with maybe a blow off top at like 95. If we actually broke through 94, we didn't quite get to 94 yet, but my God, it wants to so bad. If you've been, of course, following me in any capacity, you know I've been getting very, very bullish. Every single time I look at the order books, every single day, we're producing higher and higher levels for all the shorts and the longs, right? This is very bullish in general because we're moving the goalpost basically. And every time I look at this, guys, we're putting up higher and higher and higher, newer areas every single time. We haven't seen this in a long time. And this, of course, pushes us to break out. I feel like someone knew this was going to happen over in Venezuela. Because I've been like shouting from the rooftops about this now for a couple weeks as this continues to develop. Why can't I? Why does nothing want to work this morning? All right. So yeah, we're looking at 75,000 now is the lowest target now building. Brand new. This is all, of course, over the last 6 to 12 hours. Same here at 84K. We're filling in all the gaps now on the lower end. We're building up a little bit more for the shorts up here as well. We're already pushing this out to 105 instead of 100 flat. Same thing with 115 instead of 110. Oh, I guess it's more of like 100. Oh my God, what is that? Yeah, 115. Yeah. No, that's not 115. That's 105. I keep going. Yeah, five increments of 5. So yeah. This is all brand new again, all brand new, as we completely demolish the bears going on to the upside. You don't want to be shorting Bitcoin now, that's for sure, right, as we continue this nonstop bull run. Everything over the weekend was destroyed for the bears. All of their resistance levels, our key resistance levels were lost. About 91, 92 was the most important levels. There's really nothing stopping us. Until like 95. And that's just going to be a little bit there, and everything else, of course, here we already blew through, similar key levels in strength over the last weekend. So I don't think there's going to be really anything there. If we do come back down and finally see a retest, because at some points we have to come down and find a new low, right? Where is that low going to be? I would say right now we're building pretty strong at 90K flat. We're flipping that into support now. We haven't pulled back yet, so in a significant fashion. We did notice last night that 92 was met with a lot of 93 was met with a lot of resistance. I would say that I want to keep watching that area. But if we continue this run, the rally we're doing right now, what I like to do is usually take a bar pattern to it. If I could find it here on the morning. It's been a minute since I used a bar pattern. Bear with me. Is it in here? I can't. Here it is. So if we continue the same exact pattern since the last time we created this sort of breakout, it would be something like this. We'll take about half of that move. All right, and yeah, we would just do something like that. This would bring us into about Tuesday afternoon, maybe something like that, maybe Tuesday morning for a breakout towards 93, 94. But that's if we do not do what we typically do, and that is, dump the market right around 10 a.m. This is going to be make or break it moment for Bitcoin, I think, today, right around 10:30 a.m., as we typically see the market correct in the United States right about that time. There's a lot of different narratives playing out right now, we got to get into some of that. We have about 3 minutes left. I should be able to show you a clip real quick of Bloomberg on the market open. Just some statements here before we get started with the more open bell. Here we go.
China, look, has been buying discounted barrels from Venezuela in RMB. Look, the free lunch is over. And so China, if you saw out of Beijing this morning, Beijing called in all the big Chinese banks to say, hey, we got to assess what your credit exposure is to Venezuela because the world has just changed overnight.
By the way, what other assets are key in this economic warfare? I mean,
rare earths.
Exactly. So
this is what happens there, Damien? There's utilities. I mean, Ellicott used to be an issuer of U.S. dollar debt. There's tourism. I mean, huge coastline out of Venezuela. It is a huge opportunity, and that's why I think in any restructuring you're going to see out of Venezuela, you're going to have to give some sort of equity to the upside of GDP growth in Venezuela as a kicker to get investors back in there and to get them happy with the current state of affairs. And by that I mean GDP warrants, stuff that's going to link the future gains of creditors to the success of the Venezuela restructuring and transition, and I think you're going to see some sort of stuff along those lines.
Another asset is that I think we don't talk about enough, or not as much as rare earths, oil, and gold. All right.
So I just wanted to quickly get into this. A lot of people are saying, "Well, they just took over Venezuela to claim their oil reserves." A lot of that oil hasn't even been mined yet. Hasn't even been exposed from the ground yet. And a lot of it is also very, very deep. They do have a large surplus, obviously, and a lot of this is probably more to piss off China because they've been getting, oil at a discount, basically. But no one's talking about is Bitcoin's Venezuela's Bitcoin reserves. No one's talking about that. We're going to get into that here in a second because we have the market bell in about a minute. I don't have time to unpack that, but just briefly, I want to let you guys know we were talking about this over the weekend over on X and on Discord. So if you're not part of our Discord, jump on over there. The link's in the description down below. We had a lot of conversations about this over the weekend as we were winding the weekend down. Let me see if I can show you guys. If I can jump on over there. Okay. Some of the chaos that ensued last night. It's crazy. And yeah, some of the predictions we were talking about. Where did we put this? We're all over the place last night. Everything else probably. I think we put that in politics over there. A lot of politics covered last weekend. There it is. An estimated Bitcoin holdings for major entities. Venezuela holding about 600,000 Bitcoin. And this is like the perfect amount. I think it's actually somewhere between 620 to 640,000 Bitcoin total. This is all estimations because Maduro wasn't very open about anything, right? So again, if they also could have took this, this gets them up to their 1 million stack without, putting the taxpayers at risk. All right. Moving on, we're going to get into that a little deeper here in a second, but we got to get to the market open. Here we go. Should be in about 30 seconds.
Join me each week on Wall Street Week for stories of capitalism from business, markets, economics, tech, and
chat back, catching up with you guys in the chat real quick. There's a lot to go over this morning. XCN, Andy is shouting out XCN's on fire. Everything's on fire because all tides move with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has moved. Let's go. 20 seconds.
This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We're looking at futures that are higher to kick off the first full trading week of the new year. S&P futures up about 0.5%. NASDAQ futures up more than 1%, driven higher by the same things that pushed us higher in 2025. You've got all of the chip makers, especially the memory chip makers. You've got NVIDIA rising higher. All of the AI trade is up. And, of course, you also have oil companies up today after what happened in Venezuela,
we don't
and some defense companies moving up a little bit. Speaking of defense, you've got the National Guard here ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange out of the state of New York. We thank them, of course, for their service. And speaking of people we thank for their service, Versant is ringing the bell at the NASDAQ market site. You got Morning Joe over there. I saw Becky in the corner. There's Joe Kernan. So all the people that we watch or that we listen to on the news outside of the Bloomberg universe ringing the bell there, which is pretty fun, right? They're like celebrities.
Yeah. They also
of a sort.
Didn't they ring the bell recently too? Was like some sort of anniversary. I seem to remember that this is like the second time they've rung the bell.
I did see some other CNBC people. Squawk was Squawk Box.
Yes, it was Squawk.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yes, it was an anniversary for Squawk. So yeah, more fun for them ringing the bell. In this equity market, it is the story of the day, of the year, here on January 5th. The first full trading week of the year. Chevron shares up 4.6%, seen as one of the largest beneficiaries. If the U.S. does take control of the Venezuelan oil patch, the only U.S. company that is currently operating there, Exxon, ConocoPhillips, they both were in Venezuela until 2007 when Hugo Chavez nationalized the oil patch. So could they go in? Would they benefit? ConocoPhillips up more than 6% here at the open mat.
Yeah, and will they get money back, which is, I think, another thing that investors are sort of hoping for. Investors hoping that we get another year like we did last year and the year before. And the year before, AI stocks climbing as bullishness on Wall Street shows no signs of abating. Let's bring in Citi's head of U.S. equity trading strategy, Stuart Kaiser.
It's going to be a lot of oil this morning.
We've had a phenomenal run, right? We're up like a compounded 80% in 3 years. We haven't seen that since the late 90s. Do you expect 2026 to be a repeat?
Yeah, we're reasonably bullish. Our U.S. equity strategists have a 7,700 year-end price target, which would be about 12% upside. So yeah, we're feeling pretty good about things. I think the big test early in the year is the proverbial big beautiful bill. How much stimulus does that provide to an economy that's already experiencing kind of a rising unemployment rate? But yeah, our base case is still solidly positive U.S. equity markets.
What do you think about lenders' willingness to continue to lend money to some of these AI names? Because we've seen shakes in that to end 2025. How does that play out this year? And how big of a factor do you think it will be for the leadership of this equity market?
Yeah, I mean, we do think it's important. If you look at companies that have a lot of capex spending but are not expected to get good revenue growth out of that, those companies have underperformed. Obviously, Oracle has been a bit of a poster child for this, and everybody's seen what's happened to those credit spreads. But to your point, I do expect investors to take a little bit more of a critical eye to what is the return on that invested capital from that spending. And we're seeing early signs of it. Is that going to impact NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, who have some of the cleanest balance sheets in the world? No. The question is that tier 2 balance sheet. I mean, all of the Mag 7 is AA rated or better, right? Oracle is not. Oracle is a triple B credit. So you can see sort of how the market is treating different credits, given their capex, spending commitments, and we do expect that to be a theme going forward.
One of the things I've noticed in our sort of breathless coverage of Venezuela over the weekend is people saying, hey, it's going to take $100 billion of investment over the next decade to ramp up oil production there. And my first thought is, wow, that's only a fraction of what we're spending on AI over the next
10 years.
half a decade. I mean, it's really a drop in the bucket. How much does this matter for markets?
The Venezuela issue? Look, there's the potential there if it becomes a more cascading geopolitical risk that'll matter quite a bit. I feel like early on, investors are treating this a little bit like how Iran got treated, which is it's a potential major geopolitical issue, uncertainty about how it develops, a potential human tragedy. But the impact on U.S. equity markets in particular is clearly going to come through the oil chain.
American pirates,
meaningful move in oil, and most likely to the upside. You wouldn't really see a negative impact on U.S. equity markets at this point. Unfortunately, the Venezuela Venezuelan economy has shrunk quite a bit over the last couple of decades, so it's less of a global GDP issue. And for U.S. equity markets, it's clearly going to be an energy topic. That said, energy is a very under-owned part of U.S. equity markets, and I think that's one of the reasons.
It's not a big part, right? I always think, I spent years covering the FTSE in Europe, and for them...
Okay. If you guys are just catching this, a lot of the political backlash, I guess, political market-driven backlash is, what are we going to do? All these seized assets, we just, of course, invaded and took over Venezuela. A lot of it is going to be not playing into China's favor. Of course, this puts the BRICS nations in a little bit of a hissy fit because they were one of the largest, I think if not the largest producers of oil, and they are now under the rule of U.S. According to U.S. President Donald Trump. We're doing the thing again, guys. Okay, so that's a little bit of update there. I want to get back into of course, some more headlines. I don't want to talk about oil all morning because it's going to take a long time for that to really rear its ugly head, its golden head. I don't know. U.S. stock shows a little reaction to Trump's extraordinary Venezuela action. Why investors see a bull case, and I don't know the freaking headlines. I got to click on to see what the hell they're talking about. Historically speaking, geopolitical shocks have had little lasting impact on the stock market. A review of the last 11 major geopolitical events. Okay, it's just kind of going over other events in history and what to expect from this particular one. Jim Cramer's top 10 things to watch for, blah, blah. It's nonsense. Comcast spin-off Versant starts trading on NASDAQ. Of course, they ran the bell this morning. JP Morgan forms special advisory group to share some bank secret sauce with clients. What do we got here? What else? Fed's Kashkari says AI is causing a hiring shutdown, slowdown as in big companies. Obviously, we know the AI and robots are coming for your job. Venezuela turmoil, Mag 7 struggles. Maturing bull market faces some early tests to begin 2026. This is as of 30 minutes ago. It doesn't sound like 30 minutes ago. It sounds like last week. Here are what else we got? Crude prices as rise of Maduro overthrow casts uncertainty over oil-rich Venezuela. Global defense stocks soar as U.S. strike on Venezuela heralds new hard power era. Who controls Venezuela oil now? It's all that, of course. We can take a look at that article and just read into that real quick. I want to talk about oil one more time. That's it, guys. One more time. The U.S. operations against Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro has thrown one of the world's most political fraught oil industries back into focus, forcing investors to reassess who controls the country's crude resources and whether they can be meaningfully revived after decades of decline. For now, the answer seems straightforward. Petroles de Venezuela, PDVSA, the state-owned oil company, controls the majority of the oil production and reserves, said Andy Lipow, president of Lipow Oil Associates. American Energy Corporation, Chevron, operates in the country. I thought Exxon does as well, although their production is a joint venture with PDVSA, while Russian and Chinese firms participate through partnerships through a majority control is still with the PDVSA. Lipow said Chevron was up to more than 6% pre-market as of 8 a.m. on Monday. Venezuela national oil industry in the 1970s, which led the creation of PDVSA. Oil output peaked at about 3.5 million barrels per day in 1997, but has since plunged an estimated 950,000 barrels per day. Which is around 550,000 barrels per day exported. Data provided by Lipow Oil Associates show if a more pro-U.S. and more pro-government takes shape, Chevron would be best placed to expand its role. Said Saul Kavanik, head of energy research at MST Financial. European companies like Repsol and Eni could also benefit given their existing positions in Venezuela, he added. What does it mean for the global oil? Any regime change could disrupt the commercial chain that keeps Venezuelan barrels flowing. Industry experts warn, since it's unclear at the time who is in charge of Venezuela. Well, I mean... if you believe what our current sitting president said, that's what we know. We might see exports completely halt as the buyers don't know whom to send the money. He added that the latest round of U.S. sanctions, the shadow fleet of tankers, has severely affected exports, forcing Venezuela to cut production. The shadow fleet refers to tankers and operate outside traditional shipping, insurance, and regulatory systems to move crude oil from sanctioned countries. These vessels are commonly transported oil from such nations such as Venezuela, Russia, Iran, which face U.S. restrictions on energy exports. Venezuela has the world's largest proven oil reserves, as you can see here in the graph, as well as Bitcoin. Right? We'll get back into that in a second too, because I think that's very important. We talk more and more about that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Where were we? Oil. Lipau expects Chevron to continue exporting 150,000 barrels per day, limiting any immediate supply impact. He said that the broader uncertainty could add the short-term risk premium of $3 per barrel. That bump could come against a market which many analysts see as adequately supplied, at least for now. The oil market currently is trending towards oversupply. Rapidian Technology, or energy groups, Bob McNally's called the immediate impact almost a nothing burger. I would agree for right now. I agree. Venezuela longer-term importance lies in the type of oil it produces. The country's heavy, sour crude can be challenging to extract, but prized by complex refineries, particularly the United States of America refineries, love to slurp the gunky oil from Venezuela and Canada, McNally said. The real issues are with the oil industry are able to get back into Venezuela, reverse 2 decades of dilapidation and neglect, and we'll get it back up, ? If opposition leader Maria Corina Machado is installed as president very quickly, sanctions could ease, and oil exports could initially rise as stored oil is used to generate revenue. Lipau said, however, a short-term surge could pressure prices, he added. And yeah, I was hoping to see some sort of Chinese response here in this article, but there is nothing. The path to recovery is long, citing Venezuela's decades-long decline under the Chavez and Maduro regimes. She said that the oil executives contend it will cost at least $10 billion annually to turn the sector around, with a stable security environment and an absolute prerequisite. All bets are off in the chaotic charge of power scenario like what occurred in Libya or Iraq. My guess is we're going to do the same thing we did with Cuba and everywhere else. These island nations we usually take over. I want to get into China. Okay. China decrees U.S. action in Venezuela, even as it guards billions at stake. This one came out, looks like early this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. The U.S. attack on Venezuela puts Beijing's local commercial interests on the spotlight. Guys have been following it with me this morning. They've been, of course, a big supporter of BRICS and, supplying oil at a discount for these other nations. China is a top destination for Venezuela crude oil exports. Analysts doubt that the U.S. strikes would immediately impact Beijing's actions on Taiwan. Even as China eyes new opportunities to build global influence in the wake of U.S. attack on Venezuela, Beijing's immediate priority is protecting its economic interests. Analysts said that China's reacted swiftly to the military strike on Saturday night, expressing shock and condemnation. Beijing subsequently called on the U.S. to release the ousted Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro, and his wife urged Washington to resolve the crisis through dialogue. China's foreign ministry spokesperson Lin Yong, I can't pronounce it, said at a press briefing Monday that China maintains positive communication and cooperation with the Venezuelan government, and his willingness to deepen cooperation during including in oil exports would not change regardless of how the situation evolves. He added how the Chinese interests in Venezuela could be protected under the law. The U.S. attack on Venezuela helps China bolster its position as a force of stability in the world, said Xi Changwang, a research fellow at the... Who the hell wrote this article? My God, I'm stumbling over everything. Evelyn Chang. Evelyn Chang. You hurt my brain. God damn it.
What,
anyway.
Stupid?
Beijing-based think tank Center for China and Globalization, but Wang said the situation raises concerns for Beijing because of China's exposure in the country. How this unfolds in the future is also very concerning because China has a lot of commercial interest there. He said, adding that the uncertainty could spill over to the Chinese business across Latin America and beyond. Beijing had made significant inroads in Latin America over the past 2 decades, persuading several countries, including Panama, Costa Rica, and the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, and to shift their diplomatic recognition from Taiwan to China. Chinese companies, mostly state-owned, have invested $4.8 billion in Venezuela over the past 2 decades, according to data compiled by the U.S. research firm Rhodium Group. Most of the details in the decade following the global financial crisis and during the last final years of the former president Hugo Chavez's role, with a focus on energy projects. State-owned oil giant China National Petroleum Corporation has joint ventures with Venezuelan counterpart Petroles de Venezuela. We just talked about them. Privately held China's Concord Resources Corporation announced rare plans to invest more than $1 billion in the Venezuelan project, targeting production of 60,000 barrels of crude oil a day by the end of 2026. These are smaller numbers than what we just read, a lot smaller. And according to what the United States is talking about doing, $10 billion investing into Venezuela to produce nearly, 1 million barrels a day, right, in the future. $10 billion a year annually. They're looking at a billion there only. Protecting Chinese nationals and Chinese companies remains Beijing's top priority. And Dong Xiaopeng, a senior researcher at Renmin University of China, China's foreign ministry, said that Monday is received no reports of Chinese citizens being harmed by the U.S. strike. All right, so as of right now, things are kind of civil, but I don't think China is going to just sit here and take this one on the cheek. Beijing also criticized what is described as bullying actions that violate the country's sovereignty and said it opposes interference in the internal affairs of Latin America nations for any reason. China said it follows a non-interference policy and will remain a good friend to countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. It does not draw ideological lines. China never seeks spheres of influence, nor does it target any third party. Lin added. An imbalanced oil trade right now. China is the top destination for Venezuelan crude, according to S&P Global, but Venezuela accounted for only 2% of China's crude oil and God damn it. Damn you, Wang. Condensate imports in 2024, with the majority coming from the Middle East, according to the figures published by the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Imports from Iran and Iraq increased 2023, 2024, while these from Venezuela fell, the data showed. China is likely to be wary of being dragged into this conflict, as Venezuela carries limited economic significance for China and little geopolitical proximity, said Yu Su, principal economist China at the Economist Intelligence Unit. Rather than choosing sides decisively, China's priority has been to protect its interests so long as the partners' countries do not take an explicit stance on Taiwan. All right, so just a quick little update on China and the oil the oil wars, I guess. But yeah, it only accounts for about only 2%, it said. Venezuela only accounted for 2% of China's crude oil and condensate imports in 2024. This is as of 2024, though. So I don't think it's going to be a huge hit to their economy specifically. But yeah, we are definitely showing some sort of force of power against the BRICS nations. Okay, moving on. What do we really want to get into? Well, I'm going to do one more run through TradFi real quick. I really don't want to talk about any more oil. This is all going to take about probably a decade to play out, so I'm not too worried about it today. I just wanted to, of course, get everyone up to speed.
It's in the $100 billion range. And the question is, who's going to take the risk of that investment in a world where oil prices are soggy, when there are a lot of other kinds of opportunities to invest in oil. And when prices go up, we're going to see capital going back into the U.S. oil patch because it's the easiest
I'm over it. I'm over the oil thing now. CNBC, let's take a look at CNBC real quick, see what they got back up with here. They going to break. They coming back from break. What are we doing?
Fixed income.
I guess they're on break. All right, guys, don't forget, if you guys want to catch all the news outlets for free, go to news.live.com to get all of the news coverage for free. I don't pay for a damn thing. I can get for free.
What are you, stupid?
If it's free, it's for me. And it should be for you too. Let's get into one of the articles I had pulled up today. I really want to get into this one, guys. But before I do, I have to catch up with you guys in the chat. How you guys doing this morning? How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a beautiful day.
So much.
Let's see what we got in the chat this morning. Again, good morning to you as well, everybody. Attila the Hun is here. Let's go, XIN for the win. Of course, I know a lot of you guys are excited for XCN's current breakout as well. Let's take a look at the charts real quick for you. Of course, my my whale friend in the chat, XCN Maxi, Attila the Zilla. All right, let's get back in here. The charts real quick. Bitcoin, of course, still ripping and doing some damage this morning. We got about 10 minutes until 10 a.m. It's usually when we get into the crypto news anyway. And Bitcoin's still holding up and trying to get a breakout above 93. Again, a lot of resistance at 93. Can we get it going? I feel like we can, especially since we just produced a lot of new higher lows. Yeah, we have a lot of momentum right now. Let's get back into XCN real quick. Just take a look at XCN for you guys this morning. We did see a 20% breakout in the last 24 hours from the weekend moves, just from Sunday alone. My God. Saturday, Sunday. Let's go from Saturday to Sunday. From the low of Saturday to the high of where we are now, we did a total of 46% damage. Huge, guys. Huge.
We're gonna win so much.
All right, congratulations to anyone holding XCN. I do hold a bit of it myself as well. All right. Let's get back in the chat real quick. And yeah, there's no slowdown on anything, guys. As long as Bitcoin continues to run, everything, of course, has the same sort of pattern as Bitcoin. All right, let's get back in the chart here. I'm in the chat. Where are we at? Strawberry Dragon says, good morning, Otaku. Good morning, Strawberry. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon this morning. How you doing? How you doing, guys? Good morning. We got Gamma Goddess as well. Good morning, the beautiful Gamma, of course. I'm alive. Grand Rising Otaku and Chaos family. Let's get this money. I'm happy to hear that you're alive. I don't think anyone was questioning whether you were alive, but happy to hear it. GG in the chat. Anthony Smith saying, good morning. Yes, I'm back after a long needed vacation. Oh, wow. Really? I am still on my vacation here down in South Florida. Unfortunately, I'm not leaving until February, basically, the end of January. But here we are. And I was predicting we were going to see the bull run start around the end of January to the beginning of February. And here we are. No one could have predicted. This unicorn-like event. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the chat. We also got Cliff here this morning saying the opening speakers look defensive, off balance. Yeah, they were definitely this morning. It's all about oil, crude oil. China is full of poop in the chat. Yes, let's go. Freedom McFreedom welcomes us, of course. Shout out to CEO McFreedom. Braveheart McFreedom. It looks like Venezuela got a little taste of freedom this weekend. Good morning, Chaos family. Good morning, and I think they need Bitcoin. That's what I told a lot of my followers over on the Patreon and the Discord. It looks like Venezuela needs Bitcoin. Cliff says we're business investors going to or meeting with Venezuela soon. Shoot memory glitching dates. Cliff, yeah, you're definitely glitching out this morning. I don't know if they're going to be, that's a good question. We should definitely ask for sure. Let's see if I can get that going real quick. Let's see if we can ask some sort of random algorithm. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see what DuckDuckGo's AI platform goes. Guys, you can use DuckDuckGo for free as well, and you won't be forced ads in the first 10, searches you do. A group of about 20 U.S. investors are planning to do a trip to Venezuela in March of 2026, so we got a couple months. This is good. I'm glad you mentioned this, Cliff. We'll put this on our narrative list as well. Speaking of our narrative list, let's see what we currently have on the lineup. For January, we still have 14th, the vote to proposal of BitMine's annual shareholder meeting is coming up in Las Vegas here next week. The Japan carrying trade is still, is that over now? I think they may have played that pretty well. I got some news out of Japan here to talk about here in a bit. I still have it on here just in case it rears its ugly head again. January 31st, we have another shutdown possibly looming. Will Trump's tariffs rule unlawful? Supreme Court in January. They may also have this entire Venezuela scenario rolled up in at some point in some sort of Supreme Court setting as well. We don't know how that's going to go. Market structure bill passed in January. February, March, it's shut down. That's what I'm predicting. They do have to get that resolved. We also have the U.S. TikTok deal in January. There's a lot of stuff happening in January, guys, toward the end of the month. January 22nd, TikTok deal. Again, that's going to be rolled into Web3. I've been covering that for 2 or 3 years now. Rate cut decision, 28th of January, 25 basis point cut is currently sitting at roughly around 11%. Let's take a look to see where it is at this morning. I want to add, of course, another one to our list, which is going to be in March. Tax returns are going to happen probably in, February, March anyway. So let's just kind of put this after those checks. Let's do that before the tax returns. The checks, which still are an anomaly. We don't know anything more about them this year. Okay, so, well, yep, we got that in there. A group of about 20 U.S. investors are planning a trip to Venezuela in March. All right, that's on the board now. Thanks again to Cliff, my man, in the chat for hooking us up, of course, with another narrative. Like we don't have enough. All right, almost catch up in the chat, guys. Then we're gonna jump into this article. Really, really big, important article, I would say. China create Weiwu, China number one, 100%, Braveheart. You cannot ask for a better economist and analyst, market analyst than Weiwu. For those who know, that's all I'm going to stop and say there. Yes, Cliff also says Braveheart McFreedom. McFreedom's opening new locations soon. I would say it's primed real estate right now. You could take over a lot of Wendy's this year. I think they're going to close 200, 300 locations this year. That's what they reported last year, something like that. Braveheart McFreedom says Panama next. I've been there for 21 years now. Next location, Panama Canal. Oh boy, here we go. All right, guys. All right, let's dive into one of my favorite articles of today. So much chaos, so much doom, and this is definitely a narrative that no one's seeing coming. No one. Venezuela has $60 billion worth of Bitcoin in its reserve as it surfaces after Maduro's capture. Venezuela allegedly holds 600 to 660,000 Bitcoins. That's right. 600,000 to 660,000 Bitcoin, worth roughly about $60 to $67 billion. U.S. authorities weigh options after Maduro's capture as markets watch for impact. I'll give my 2 cents after this article's over with, but I don't know, man. It's just so sus. Anyway, TLDR. Intelligence reports suggest that Venezuela secretly accumulated 600 to 660. It's a lot of sixes here, guys. It's also not a really good thing either. Worth of Bitcoin, roughly around $60 to $67 billion worth of gold swaps, oil sales in Tether, and mining seizures starting in 2018. The alleged Bitcoin hoard would make Venezuela one of the largest Bitcoin holders in the world, comparable to that of BlackRock and MicroStrategy. For a nation, this is insane, right? Insane. If you compare this to Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet, BlackRock, MicroStrategy, and Venezuela, of course, is the largest single government or country holding a huge amount of Bitcoin. All right. So yeah, U.S. authorities face 3 options after capturing President Maduro: freeze the assets, add them to the U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve, or liquidate them through auctions. This is the perfect amount. I'm telling you, you couldn't come closer to a perfect amount to get to $1 million if you tried. We just seized a total of 200,000 last year. We had a total of 120 when Trump took office. So now we're sitting at 330,000. If I'm getting the math right in my head from just my memory here. Let's take a look and see where America's sitting at here on the list. I'll show you again real quick. The numbers add up. It just seems a little too sus, in my opinion. United States right here sitting at 328,372. You add plus or minus 660 to this, and what do you get? $1 million. You can't make this shit up. It's insane. It's insane, and I just don't believe it personally. that either this was strategic to acquire this amount. They said, screw it, we need the oil and the Bitcoin, let's just take it. Or maybe this was kind of like thrown in there as some sort of like, black project for one of these intelligence agencies. We'll plant all this Bitcoin here and, make it look like we just acquired it all without the taxpayer money. All right, I don't know. Some weird stuff, very sus in my opinion. Anyway, Germany's 2024 sale of 50,000 Bitcoin caused a 15 to 20% market correction. I remember when that happened. We actually started as Bitcoiners. Some of us were sending sats to them, marked HFSP, which of course stood for have fun staying poor.
What are you, stupid?
Those are good times. I think it was like 2 years ago. Making Venezuela's 12x larger reserve a major concern for market stability. If frozen or held as a strategic reserve, the Bitcoin will be locked up for 5 or 10 years, potentially supporting the higher prices through reduced supply. And guys, don't forget, true scarcity is coming for this asset class. Venezuela may control one of the world's largest Bitcoin reserves. Intelligence reports indicating the country had accumulated 600 to 660,000 Bitcoin over several years. The revelation came after U.S. forces captured President Nicolas Maduro in January 2026, just a few days ago. This is, of course, that chart I showed earlier. The alleged stockpile is valued between $60 and $67 billion in current prices. The regime also required state oil company PDVSA to accept crude oil payments in tether from 2023 to 2025. Again, the BRICS nations have been accepting Bitcoin also, remember, for oil since 2022, I believe. I think that's when they started. I no one was really talking about it, but I was. In 2023, 2024, we also lost our natural oil, petrodollar, right? We were exclusively the only currency that was used in trading U.S. Dollars for oil. Across the entire world, you had to use U.S. dollars to trade and transact for oil. That stopped in 23 as well. And when we lost that, the other nations started trading in other assets such as Bitcoin, gold, and their national reserve currencies like the renminbi and everything else, which what Venezuela was using for these transactions. Additional Bitcoin came from seized domestic mining operations. Combined success brought the total to an estimated 600,000 plus coins, represents roughly 3% of the total Bitcoin supply. Market impact, the supply concerns. The seize of Venezuela reserve raises concerns about the market stability. Germany sold 50,000 Bitcoin in 2024, triggering a 15 to 20% market correction. Venezuela's alleged holdings are now 12 times larger than Germany's sale. Yeah. U.S. authorities must now decide how to handle these assets. These scenarios are under consideration. The Bitcoin could be frozen in litigation for years. It also could be added to the 3 GB Bitcoin reserve. I wonder which one they're going to choose. I wonder which one they're going to choose, obviously. The one they're about ready to pass into law. Perfect timing, too. I'm telling you, it's all too coincidental for me to just believe, right? The one they're about to pass in roughly a month's time. My phone just keeps blowing up, guys. There is coins moving on the horizon. Let's see what we got. We got XYN moving another chunk. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the crypto prices. I can't get through this article, man. Look at this. Another leg up on Bitcoin, 93,300. Looks like 10 a.m. We wanted to go up and not down. Market is not going to consolidate just yet. Insane. We got to get back to, I think the only thing we really have, and I said this last night, the only thing standing our way now is 95K. If we can get through 93.5 and some change, let's look at the order books here. It's going to be a fun day. We might do one of the longest live streams ever this morning. Oh, man. I was hoping to be back at the studio before this happened. Damn it, Trump. And your silly nonsense. Okay, so yeah, looking at the order books here, as I show you every single time I jump over here, there's a new area that's being created. with higher, which of course is pushing higher price action. What am I looking at? I got my eyes set on all this new area. Oh my God. Look at this. Within the last 6 hours, it's starting to get stronger and stronger on all of these key areas. Again, loading in here. Our new bottom, it looks like, is looking at, if we do see some consolidation, we're looking at 86, 87K, still looking very, very strong here. Even a bounce right before that, 89. If we even come back down to retest that, it's going to be a huge test for the bulls. And the bears are probably going to get wrecked on the way up if we did, of course, correct. At some point, we got to do it, man. We got to do it. Someone's going to want some of this golden pocket at some point. But anyway, right now, yeah, I mean, this is all brand new as of this morning. All of this, we're pushing market prices higher on every single scale. Anyone who still hopes and dreams are down here at 70K, not looking pretty great right now. Not looking pretty great right now. I'm just going to tell you. But yeah, that's what we're looking at in Bitcoin right now. It's still looking pretty bullish. It's still got some legs. We're still, above water at this current time. Next stop, if we want to consolidate, if we ever come down and reconsolidate, we're going to retest probably right here. This has been, a whole day, half a day. I think half a day. On the 4th, the 5th. We stayed above there, so we have half a day of price action there. We could, of course, bounce there at some point this morning or afternoon. Damn, it doesn't want to stop, though. Okay, that's what's going on in Bitcoin at the current moment. We have coins moving, obviously, in succession. We got to go over overall sentiment. I got to get through this article first, guys. This is crazy stuff happening. Okay, so yeah, Venezuela's grassroots crypto adoption grew rapidly under economic pressure. By late 2025, up to 10% of grocery payments use cryptocurrency. Damn! Nearly 40% of peer-to-peer transactions involve crypto assets. Damn! Remittances via stablecoins represented 10% of inflows. Venezuela ranked approximately 17th globally in crypto adoption in the world. That's nuts. And very rightfully so. As I mentioned to you guys last night on my channels, right? That the Venezuelan currency, the Bolivar or whatever, to USD. Look at this. Look at this. Do the thing. Bolivar to USD. There we go. The Venezuelan Bolivar to USD. Now flip it. $1 Venezuelan Bolivar equals, or one Venezuelan Bolivar equals nothing to the United States dollar. Why? Because each dollar is about 30 million Venezuelan Bolivars. Yeah. That's why they've been using crypto for the last, few years. That's why, of course, they've created the, top, they're on the list of the top 17 nations using crypto by adoption. All right, a transitional Venezuelan government could preserve pro-crypto policies. Changes might include relaxed mining restrictions and efforts to recover alleged Bitcoin holdings. However, the Bitcoin remains effectively locked until private keys are surrendered or legal claims are resolved. This could just be gone forever, too. Can you imagine if we officially, just came out there and said, oh, by the way, 3% of the entire supply is just gone. Because we forgot where our keys went. Or we could not secure them under... I'm sure they're going to give some sort of, care package to whoever surrenders those keys, right? The capture of Maduro adds uncertainty of crypto markets. Bitcoin jumped about 93,000 following the news on the arrest. Short-term volatility expected as details emerge about the reserve's actual size and location. This is huge for scarcity, guys. Either way happens. U.S. takes those assets and holds it forever. Not forever, but at least 5 or 10 years. Or they're just gone. I mean, either way, it's good for Bitcoin. That's why I think. I don't like the idea of these governments holding large portions of our space, but it is, of course, good for price action. Number go up. Private keys to wallets remain a critical unknown. Without access to these keys, the Bitcoin cannot be moved or sold. Technical reality may be the supply locked regardless of the legal proceedings. That's what I'm thinking, too. Either way, it's probably going to get locked up. I think that people should start to realize how important this space is when this does go down one way or the other. People need to open their eyes, man. It's getting a little too hairy out there. Speaking of hairy, you guys were bringing up the hairy beaver indicator last night. Yeah, because we had the super moon also take place in this event. We had the super wolf moon, right? And I know some of you guys in the chat over on the Discord, it was insane in the chaos chat over the weekend. You guys, of course, referring to what happened on the beaver moon. The same thing with the super wolf moon. There is something to this, guys. I can tell you, the tides are changing. I can't even find it. There was so much chatter over the weekend on the Discord. Again, I want to encourage all of you guys crazies out there, join in. There is, of course, more room for you. There it is. the very hairy beaver, of course, indicator we created on the beaver moon. The beaver moon playing out. XCN is hairy, and so is everything else. All right. 93,278 on Bitcoin sitting here currently. Let's dive in and see what all the crypto news we have. We still have a long live stream to get through. I haven't gotten the crypto news yet. We're already 10 minutes behind. How you guys doing in the chat? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit the buttons. We need to hit the buttons. Of course, supporting the channel, trying to grow our way up to 1,500. That's our next goal, 1,500. Not asking for a lot there. All right, let's get back in here in the chat. See what we have. Panama next. There's a 21 years. I think that's where we left off. Hugo, how's it going? Hugo, this morning, how you doing, my brother? Maduro and Diddy in prison debating who had more oil confiscated. Good day to you as well, Hugo. Thuggery is what the thuggery is, says Braveheart. Jesus. Yeah, different kind of oil. What the hell, guys? Yeah, Subwoofer says, Diddy telling Madero that they took his oil too. They have something in common, I guess. Hugo, why am I saying KRs? Oh my god. Yeah, brave. Oh, guys, you guys are feeling some sort of way in the chat. I just brought more XCN, says Braveheart. On the way up? Oh man, just kidding. Yeah, that was Attila. Says Brave. Okay, I see. You guys are moving the price up. I gotcha. FOMO. Some FOMO is definitely starting to be felt here in the markets. We're not too far away. I think we're already at the point now. I mean, 95K on Bitcoin, basically, breaking the 4-year cycle either way. No keys, no coins, says Cliff. That's what she said, says Maximus Diamond Hands. What else we have here in the chat? Mikey likey. Hit the like, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, guys. And, of course, support the channel. Only the hairy beaver moon can save us, says Jake the Snake. That's right, Jake the Snake. And, again, who else would I ask to, of course, support the channel and remind me to shill harder? That's right. Of course, no one other than the King of Ohio, Jake the Snake. All hail. All hail. The King of Ohio.
All hail the King of Ohio. Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys, let's get back into it, see what else we can uncover this morning. We still have a lot of news outlets to go through. Okay, what are they talking about right now? Coinbase
upgraded a stock to buy from neutral previously, and the price target now at $303. So that's about a 20% upside from current levels. Goldman analysts saying that Coinbase's rapidly growing subscription and services offerings have risen from less than 5% to 40% of revenue over the past 5 years. And so they're thinking now that it does deserve a higher PE, and that's why they're upgrading that stock.
All right, Christina Aquino, appreciate that. For more
a couple little recent news around that. If you guys haven't been following the channel, we've been talking about, of course, Cathie Wood selling a lot of her Tesla stock, if not all of it, and going back into gold, silver, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Coinbase. So venture capital has been moving that direction. Also, Coinbase did get a partnership with Samsung last year, and now offers all the Samsung members that have a Samsung device a free membership as well. So some of those numbers, I think, are also part of that. Anyway, that's usually how it goes in the grand scheme of things. All right, what else we have? U.S. seizes Venezuela's Maduro, vows to run the country. There's a little bit of update on that.
And Scarlett.
It's going to be a lot of that.
I don't know about you guys. I have more questions than answers.
Me too.
I worked for Republicans and Democrats, voted for them. Jimmy Carter, Bush 43. It just seems to me that when the U.S. deploys its forces abroad, it needs to ask some pretty basic questions. Not just can we, but should we? What's next, and what's it going to cost?
Yep.
And I think what we know, almost 72 hours into this, is that a very bad man, a bad actor, and his wife have been taken offline. The U.S. military has demonstrated a tactical brilliance, an extraordinary complex set of circumstances. Beyond that, it's hard for me to understand what the administration's end goals here are. Is it to control Venezuelan oil, to produce a regime that's stable, not caring whether it's democratic or not. And then how does the United States, in a country roughly, twice the size of California with 31 million people, embassy's been closed there since 2019, how does the Trump administration make its impact and its influence on internal Venezuelan politics felt? And how does it bend the Maduro-light government to its will? Those are the core questions I've got this morning.
Yeah, and these are great questions to pose. They feel unanswerable right now, Aaron, because we don't know how it's all going to play out. If you were running a neighboring country of Venezuela, what does this mean for Cuba, for Colombia? Because the president seemed to imply that they were next on his target list.
Well, they're bad actors, certainly on the Trump administration list. It's always Greenland, or at least
it's the United States of the world, I say. United States pirates, okay, moving on. What else we got? Let's take a look at CNBC this morning. I do like those questions, though. I have the same questions. They're not going to get answered anytime soon. We also have CNBC
Therefore,
this morning.
I think that this story is going to remain a geopolitical story, but I don't think it's going to remain as an investor, it's not really a story that we can focus on. And even these oil companies, before they try and get there, it's going to take a long time before they can see any benefit out of their investments in Venezuela, if at all that happens.
5 or 10 years.
So after a year in which...
All right, moving on. Let's take a look and see what we got. Fox Business as well. And again, all the lineup. We didn't get anything on Fox Business yet, and I don't think we will. They're still on break. Guys, again, reminding you, you get all this for free. Just go to newslive.com. You get all the news outlets for free. Don't pay for what you get for free. Everything costs a fortune these days. You want to pay a $5, $10 subscription for every damn news outlet on the planet. All right, moving on. All right, let's get into some doom scrolling and some articles this morning. Let's take a look just in general here, what's going on with crypto. Let's do the overall sentiment lineup first. Okay, U.S. national debt sitting at $38.569 trillion as we just take over another country. Let's take a look at fear and greed right now in the stock market. Right now it's sitting in neutral at 47, 1 point lower than it was last week. Actually, it's kind of weird. We have crypto fear and greed this morning, sitting at 26 in fear. I think that's pretty much where we left off anyway last week here on CoinTree. Some outlets are already flipping back closer to neutral. Some are like between 30 and 25, something like that. Mostly on the fear and greed scale. We got a £5 sterling super check coming in from my whale friend Andy. How you doing, Andy, this morning? All right, what? No super chats? Freezing my ass off in 6 degrees? Stupid crypto. Why are you mad at crypto today, Andy? Today's a good day. You should be celebrating. Your portfolio's up, I don't know. Mine's up like, oh my God. Probably 10% or more in a single day. I can't complain. It's still nowhere near, of course, the highs from last summer. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. I'm sure there'll be a lot of different situations this year that'll move our portfolios up. Let's take a look and see what else we got here in the overall scheme of things. We have the Dixie. The Dixie sitting at 98.5. After we took over Venezuela, it's interesting. We did see a little bit of a peak here at 98.8. Again, any news on a U.S. usually moves the dollar to the upside in the grand scheme of things on the world stage. So the Dixie right now, I would imagine, would be higher by the end of the day. That'd be my guess. But it is having a pullback right now to some of these lows. I don't like this, guys. Trust me, I don't like this. But it is what it is. Usually on these heavy news-driven events, right? The U.S. looking pretty good right now. Year to date, it's nothing but going up, which is sad. I miss the days where we cover it. It'd be only down and to the right. But yeah, we may have to wait a little longer for the Dixie to run out of steam on this news. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles this morning. We're looking for opportunities, guys. Do you think there's any today? I don't think so. As I covered this last week, I was running out of opportunities even to show you guys then. Here we are on the day. Only thing down significantly on the day is MYX finance. That is down almost 20% on the day. That's not too bad of a pullback there. If that's maybe something you're looking at. It did just recently break out 30% over the week. So on the monthly, it's still up 60%. Maybe this is the pullback you're looking for on that, but it's the only thing I got for you here on the daily. On the weekly, there's nothing really down at all. Night's down 12% on the week. Everything is up gangbusters. We're talking 30s, 40s, 50s, obviously, here in the top 100. On the monthly, we're still got some things oversold here, but nowhere near my opportunistic DCA rules. My rules, of course, being 30-40% minimum. There's nothing here. Not a damn thing is 30% off this morning on the monthly. So I got nothing for you guys. DCA into your favorite projects because there's no opportunities here, in my opinion. We are on the way up. The bottom is rounding off, if not already rounded off, and we're moving up from here. The year. What is still down the year? Everything. Everything's still down on the year. So we have a lot, of course, upside to go. All right. Nothing else really to show there. On the top 200 assets as well, the same thing on the day. Nothing's really down significant on the day, except for this silly meme coin thing right here, 25% off Pippin. I wouldn't touch that with a stick. Anyway, yeah, we got Merlin down 23% on the week. It's the only thing moving on the downside. Everything is up gangbusters as well here on the weekly. Merlin, if you do want to, participate in this does meet my standards for DC opportunities here on the weekly. I'm looking for a minimum 15 to 20%. Merlin's had a hell of a year since its launch, so it's still not quite down enough. Maybe it's found its bottom now, but maybe it could return to maybe like down 19 cents, something like that, 20 flat. If it does want to continue a sell-off, I feel like everything else moving in the momentum, this might be the final bottom for this project as well. Don't take my advice. I don't know enough about this project. I'm not invested in it. And yeah, maybe you want to do your own research. It's probably a good thing. All right, looking at the monthly here, looking at some of these assets down 30%. We do have some here. Merlin, like I just mentioned, is still one of them here in the top 200 on the monthly. We got Luna. Is that Luna Classic? Remember when that thing ran because someone was wearing a Luna Classic t-shirt over at the Ethereum convention in the Middle East? Yeah. So, yeah, that thing's going back down as it rightfully should. Kill that thing with fire, I say. 40% off on Luna Classic. Again, not financial advice. We've got nothing else that meets my criteria today other than Merlin and Luna Classic. Out of everything. That's it. If I had to pick one, I'd say maybe to do a quick little swing on the way up. Maybe Merlin. Maybe Merlin would be where I would throw some money and hope to 2x it or something on the short term. But anything else, I would probably not. I would probably just ignore most of it. DCA into what you love as we ride this train up forward. Again, guys, not financial advice. This is my 2 cents. Do with that what you will. All right.
I'd buy that for $1.
Let's move back into some news. Let's see what we got for crypto news this morning. Cointelegraph this morning. Strategy kickstarts 2026 with another purchase. That's right. I did share that over on my X. If you guys didn't check out, if you're not part of the X, don't forget. What are you doing? Join, of course, here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and of course join us over on X if you like the same sort of content on that platform as well. But yeah. We did have another purchase from MicroStrategy this morning. MicroStrategy has acquired 1,287 Bitcoin. It's a lot. To increase its Bitcoin reserve to 673,783 Bitcoin. Has increased its USD reserve by 62 million to 2.2 billion. And of course, they're still, it looks like they're doing a little bit of both. Today. They've been recently doing back and forth every other week, doing orange dots and green dots. Green dots for stocking a cash reserve to appease their investors that are worried that they're going to go insolvent, which I just don't see how that's possible. We're holding the best asset ever, of course, Bitcoin.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Forever. Right. The point is...
Yes. 100% seller. All right, what else we got here on doom scrolling this morning? Let's take a look and see what is breaking. Japan's finance minister supports integrating Bitcoin and crypto into the financial system gradually and then suddenly. Like who says? My otaku brother from another mother, Samson Mao. Of course, he's very popularized by saying that. We got Science Girl says nomadic drones built by an autonomous drone that perches on high voltage lines, recharges from the cable, and then monitors the grid in real time. Who's paying for that power? Who's paying for that? That's what I want to know. What country are they doing that in? Because I don't know. It seems suspiciously illegal. All right, here in the States. Okay, just in, Trump family backed American Bitcoin increased its holdings by 329 Bitcoin as well. This is coming from Bitcoin Magazine. Of course, the Trump's company, Trump family business on Bitcoin mining, American Bitcoin. There's that as well. I did have something over here I wanted to share with you guys before I forget as well. The U.S. Senate just submitted a bill to keep the SEC out of crypto. If that's true, and this does pass at some point, that does change everything. It really does. If this passes, the entire playing field changes overnight, and I'm assuming it's all going to be given to the CFTC. Japan's Minister of Finance says he's going to support integrating Bitcoin and crypto into the financial systems. This is giga bullish for markets and huge for, of course, the country of Japan. May actually put them in the lead of becoming the crypto capital of the world. They need some sort of win after what they just did to reset the overall global markets on liquidity. Elon Musk had a lovely dinner with President Trump. I did forget about this. I don't want to forget about sharing this one. So he was seen with Trump and Melania and having dinner down, I'm assuming, in Florida over the weekend. Okay, what else we got? Let's do some more unvetted, unfiltered doom scrolling. Bullish. CNBC reports Walmart now accepting Bitcoin. We covered this. This is an old topic. It's not particularly on Walmart's like .com's interface. This is partnered with was it Open OnePay. That's if you use the OnePay app and use that to purchase through, of course, crypto assets on Walmart.com.
Actually,
right, we talked about that. I don't know, it was like 2 months ago, something like that, maybe 3. Robots are increasing development, new capabilities. In this case, robo-dogs have learned to swim. It's coming from someone named Chubby over on X. I have no idea where this came from. But I'd love, of course, to follow the robotics sector, and we usually do. And there's, ridiculous. These robots everywhere. Tom Lee just posted this about an hour ago. 2026 is shaping up to be the year where EPS grows stronger than 2025. The economic breadth improves as tariffs anniversary. Fed is cutting rates, and thus fundamental support stronger, but markets need to digest the 3 prior years of 15% annual gains. This is why PE may be flat or even decline. We favor energy, financials, small caps, Mag 7, industrials, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Great speaking with Squawk Box Joe. You might see some sort of video clip pop up here soon on this particular chat he had with Joe over on CNBC this morning. Elon Musk says now for the find out the FAFO. The Breaking X is now the #1 leading app on Venezuela. Of course. I mean, it's definitely something they're probably requiring in their daily lives to keep track of their invading of their personal territory in their country. Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado proposed using Bitcoin as national reserve asset, calling it a lifeline and vital means of resistance against financial repression. And I don't know how far she got with that, since Maduro was leading the rails of all this behind the scenes. What do we got? How Canadian government turned the country's real estate market into a Ponzi scheme that'll collapse the whole economy with a constant flood of immigrants. Oh my God. This one came out 17 hours ago from Bitcoin News. That's a 3-minute video I don't have time to get into, but that's an interesting concept there. It's ridiculous. Okay, we also, a little bit something from Charles here. Elon is literally building out every company on Earth that will ultimately need on Mars. That he will ultimately need on Mars. Can't believe I never thought of this before. Interesting. This little minute clip from Charles Hoskinson on this topic.
Like when you look at Elon Musk, he seems like insane and chaotic from the outside. But when you integrate things together, you start realizing there's a cohesive picture behind all of his startups. Like, why does he have the Boring Company? That doesn't make any sense. He's drilling all these tunnels underground. Like, why would he do that? Well, if he wants to go to Mars, humans aren't going to live on the surface of Mars. They're going to live underground. So you're going to have to build massive tunnel complexes underground to be able to go through. Well, why does he have a solar company? Why does that make any sense? Well, he's going to have to be pretty good at building power plants, right? So why don't you build large solar fields? Because there's no real estate problems on Mars. So you can build like a 5-mile solar field on Mars if he wanted to, right? Why is he building a robotics company? You know, why does he have all these Tesla bots and these types of things? Well, he has all those Tesla bots because, you know, where's your workforce if you're on Mars? You're not going to have 5 million humans show up overnight, but you can ship millions of robots ahead of time and use them as your labor force to help build up everything, and they don't need atmosphere or any of these other things. Why does he have an AI company? Well, you need some sort of intelligence to coordinate and run and terraform the planet and do all these things. Why does he need a battery powered car company? Because you're not going to be running internal combustion engines. There's no fossil fuels to consume on Mars, so you need battery powered cars to be able to drive them around. So it's actually coherent when you see that entire framework. That is just.
I'm surprised he didn't even mention SpaceX too, but yeah, it's been obviously a plan of his to go to Mars since since like 2010 or even earlier. It's been definitely in the motions for like 20-30 years now. All right, Charles. I love Charles Hoskin's voice. It's been forever since I heard his voice. I had to click on that link just to play it. But anyway, Hal Finney in 1994. If you want to change the world, don't protest. Write code, and allegedly he did for Bitcoin. Vitalik says Ethereum just solved a blockchain's biggest problem. This is coming from Crypto Otaku. After a decade of grinding, Ethereum just solved the blockchain dilemma. Vitalik announced that the ZK EVMs hit production grade performance, proving times down in 2 seconds, cost /45x. Peer DAS now on the mainnet, decentralization, consensus, massive bandwidth, all at once. Did he fix scalability and the gas limits fees? Let's see. In 2026, big gas limit boost. First EKVM nodes by 2028. Repricing and state tweaks for safe scaling. And by 2030, allegedly, ZKVMs become primarily validation. Huge throughput jumps. Security first. EF targeting. 128-bit provable. By the end of 2026. Meanwhile, institutions are piling in. JP Morgan launched a 100 million tokenization money market fund on Ethereum. Dutch Bank, ZK Sync L2. Ethereum isn't changing trends. It's building the resilient, trustless world computer. Of course, coming from the Ethereum Foundation. Let's see what else we have. Anything else? And we dive back into some more articles, see if we can dig up anything else breaking. JP Morgan, Vanguard, Bank of America have all bent the knee. At just 3% the bond market penetration, Bitcoin hits $500,000 per coin. Yeah, but it's coming. It'll happen, of course, suddenly, right? It'll happen all suddenly. U.S. Senate is moving to rein in the SEC, and of course, I just mentioned this earlier. It's possible that we just completely push the SEC out of crypto. Snatching ahead of state and snuffing out. Yeah, the potato bag is a very clever budget neutral way to increase the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And I just went and read an entire article about this, about how potentially United States will acquire the 600,000 Bitcoin from Venezuela, getting them to that perfect million in like no time flat. I mean, it's just so convenient. I just don't believe that this is all just what we see on the news, right? Okay, this is a container port in Zhengzhou, China. Ships are unloaded remotely by human operators using remote connections with no one physically at the cranes. Yes, their shipyards have been fully automated and robotic for I think it's been like half a decade or a decade at least. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, what else we have? Digital rush ends in 2035. Bitcoin to flip gold. Bitcoin will no longer be available to purchase. Get it now while you can. The FOMO is real, guys. The FOMO is real. See what Michael Stiller has to say about this 20-second clip.
We're in the digital gold rush, and 2035 is the 0.99 year. That means that 99% of all the Bitcoin will have been mined in the year 2035. If you want Bitcoin, you need to get it between now and then, because the last 1% of Bitcoin comes out over 100 years. There's no doubt in my mind Bitcoin will be a larger asset class than gold by the year 2030.
That's right. And allegedly, of course, by 2030, we're going to be at $1 million Bitcoin. All right. Moving on. Let's see what else we can dig up today. How you guys feeling in the chat this morning? It's crazy. It's crazy. Bitcoin's still sitting at 93 and some change. We are going for 94. It looks like today we did get wicked out at 93.8, roughly around 93.8. 93.795 currently. Let's get back in the chat, see how you guys are feeling. I cannot catch up with these crazy stuff. Okay, XCM pumped just like I told you. You're welcome, says Ben. Everything pumped, Ben. Everything moves with Bitcoin. Bitcoin moved, so everything followed suit. Brave Farming Freedom says, that's a man work. Andy, coffee up. Coffee up. XPR, waking up, says Lauren Surf Life. Ben takes credit for every pump, post-pump. He does. We love you, Ben. How's Mama Beats this morning? Jesus. Cliff says, off topic, new drink system where you can buy a soda and have a scan QR code to get the drink. What the hell? Cliff? Ben Lawrence says, GG, didn't I say XAN would pump this week, right? Man, I don't know if you guys saw my last live stream. What did it say in the headline? Crypto rally over the weekend? Yeah, we all can, of course, say that after post-pump, right?
What are you, stupid?
All right. Ben, I don't know if I remember that, says Gamma. Yeah, put him in his place, Gamma. Ben Lawrence says, it's okay if you are off the grid, Brave Farming Freedom. Okay, what is that? Trying to catch up in the chat. I gotta scroll through this real quick. Ben Lawrence says, magnesium is key to a good night's sleep. But feed the best box? What? You just joined the XEN family, Ben. Oh my God, Gamma, putting him in his place. Smash the broccoli, wait 45 minutes, and then enjoy. Yeah, just make sure you cover yourself in a blanket. First, Gamma Goddess, yes. Ben says, I owned a year ago, sold in April, May, and accumulated in December. Ghost Operations says, I have invested in some of these lunar exploration companies. I think some are involved in U.S. sabotage, even NASA employees. Yeah, Ghost, you know what I'm feeling, man. I'm feeling there's something up. I feel like something has been planted, manipulated, something. This doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. It's just too convenient. All of these things are too convenient right now after this main event. I'll take the W, says Ben. Brave Farming Freedom says, better for the brain, body health. Guys, he's talking about this stuff in the chat. GG on our worst behavior and Brave Farming Freedom acting up. You guys are supposed to be happy this morning. Yeah, be happy, guys. Of course, crypto moving on to the upside. My interns are go on the work and good companies and tell me things, says Ben. Ben, are you saying XN will go up when the pigs fly? What the hell? We got peaches in the chat now from Jake. What the hell is going on in the chat? We got peaches and eggplants. Everything pumped. King of Ohio style. Yes, King of Ohio. The best pumps, Jake the Snake. I guess you're not getting your 60K thousand Bitcoin, Jake. I told you, man. I don't think we're going there unless we get into World War III. I'm happy. Happy lying on me, says Jake. Says Ben. 250 for 1 million XDB right now, says Lawrence Surf Life. And yeah, we have finally caught up with the chat. Finally. Crazy, guys, crazy. All right. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 93,600. We have a lot of big movers today. Let's take a look back at the bubbles. Just one more glance at it to see if we missed anything big popping off here on the day. River's up 51% in the top 200. We got XCN still killing it at 43.9. I think that's 3% higher than it was earlier, wasn't it? Only like 40% this morning. Virtual's Protocol up 24% and Render's up 22%. Those are the biggest movers we have so far. Render killing it within the last few hours. This came out of nowhere. All right, let's see what else we got here in the news. Let's see what we can break out on the news now. Let's go to Bitcoin.com news, see what we have here. Bitcoin caps 93,000 as bulls knock on the door of a major breakout. There isn't much standing in our way, guys. There is not much standing in our way. Venezuela crisis watch. Bitcoin exchange net flows that signal caution, not crypto fear. Bitcoin derivatives market leans bullish. Anything else big here we can really read? Not really. We've covered all these, of course, already this morning. BlackRock ends 2025 with 771,000 Bitcoin as CEO Larry Fink eyes $700,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. You know what? I actually shared this. Let me see if I can pull that back up. During the middle of the breakout, I was reminding you guys over at the Crypto Futures Patreon. Guys, if you're not part of Crypto Futures Patreon, I don't know what you're doing. We have a lot of fun over there as well. Yeah, we do participate with, of course, that community on Friday nights. I shared this with you guys over there. Just want to kind of reiterate, again, what we've seen, kind of going to full effect. What Larry Fink has said last year, and what we saw play out over the weekend.
Of your debasement. If you're frightened of your debasement of your your currency or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country. You could have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. And so if that becomes true, and you see that it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation, but it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 per Bitcoin.
But does it also?
I'm not promoting it, by the way. So.
And of course, that was said by Larry Fink last year. What do we have here in this article? Citing the same thing. Yeah, pretty much. BlackRock eyes 2025 with 771,000 Bitcoin. As Larry Fink eyes $700,000 Bitcoin. BlackRock is cementing its Bitcoin institutional ascent to the spot of ETF, amassing roughly 771,000 Bitcoin, while Larry Fink outlines the path where global adoption could drive Bitcoin towards 700,000. Now, we have to hit 700,000 at some point if we're going to hit that $1 million target by 2030. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, closed the year with the dominant institutional Bitcoin position, holdings the spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund. The iShares Bitcoin Trust stood at about 771,000 Bitcoin as December 31st, reinforcing the firm's digital asset strategy. Guys, it only took 2 years for them to acquire almost a million Bitcoin. Think about that. More than three quarters of a million. IBIT's disclosure shows that ETF ended the year holding approximately $67.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, representing 100% of the fund's portfolio weight, alongside only $38,000 in U.S. cash for operational purposes. Total holdings stood at roughly 770,000 Bitcoin, confirming the trust status of the largest spot Bitcoin ETF globally in the world, the most liquid Bitcoin exchange traded product by trading activity to find depth. Activity in depth. We got a $5 super chat coming in from Cliff. Yes. So much news. Chaos is Monday's performance going to hold. Rocket to the Beaver Moon. Coming in from Cliff. Thank you, Cliff, for that $5 super chat supporting the chaos here on the channel today. Thank you so much. Right there with you, man. It's been a crazy past 72 hours. These levels were reached despite a challenging price environment for Bitcoin during the 2025 calendar. Don't forget, guys, every time I talk about BlackRock and currently with these ETFs, they still have their premium product coming out this year. I think it's going to bring a lot of old money, a lot of boomer money into our space because they're going to be offering a yield-backed product with Bitcoin. That's going to be their premium Bitcoin ETF launching sometime this year. Highlighting that the adoption has been driven to structure access and institutional demand rather than short-term returns, market observers and BlackRock executives have characterized IBIT as one of the most successful ETF launches in the world history and one of the most successful exchange-traded products ever created. The fund has also emerged BlackRock's most profitable ETF, eclipsing revenue that many long-established exchange-traded products. I can't imagine how quickly they're going to acquire the remaining 250 to get them to $1 million. to $1 million Bitcoin. That's again, what is that? 5% of the entire supply. That's ridiculous. Holding in hands of just one asset manager. Okay, IBIT's rise mirrors the evolution of CEO's Larry Fink's thinking on Bitcoin, the future of markets. After labeling Bitcoin an index for money laundering and thieves in 2017, Fink later explained the debauchery engaged with Bitcoin advocates and reassessing his views. I didn't know this was going to be a history lesson. I really don't want to put you guys through another history lesson. But I do have some clips from when he did say this. I keep a lot of this stuff, of course, locked up on my computer. Let's see. So just real quickly show you guys some of that real quick. When he did say this and where he is, of course, now is totally different. Channel assets. We got video. And we got Daddy Fink Where's our boy Daddy Fink? There he is. This is when he said in 2018 his clients don't want crypto. His clients don't want crypto. And obviously they were building all this in the background. He even said it back then, but his clients don't want it. Yeah, whatever. That was back in 2018, 2017. And of course, where we ended up in 2023 when the deal book happened. And obviously, I want to play that all full thing again, but we just played that again last week. That one was in 2023 when, they are submitted the filing for the ETF. And it was launched not even a few months later, in January of 2024. All right, let's get back in here. No more history lesson, guys. I don't want to spend the time going through all this yet again on the channel. Happy Now says, Brave Army Freedom. Daddy, we can't hear anything. No, the clip is muted. Are you serious? Are you serious? I apologize, guys. Oh my god. Muted videos, Otaku. Sorry. So trust me, bro. He said his clients aren't looking at anything. That sucks. I can't show you guys that. I used a different program on that video. That's why. Let me see if I can go back and do that again. There we go. No clients want crypto. I need to make sure I open that with this, and you should be able to hear it now. If it launches. Allegedly. Come on. It's taking forever to launch this.
No. I mean, we're looking at it. I don't, at the moment, no.
It's interesting. Yeah. Goldman Sachs is building out a cryptocurrency trading desk. Morgan Stanley is doing the same thing. JP Morgan's doing the same thing.
Yes, because there's elements of people who are looking to trade it. I have not heard from any one client they're looking to buy a cryptocurrency at this time.
All right, that was, of course, what I was referring to back in 2018 when Larry Fink said no one was looking at buying crypto assets. Again, times have changed, right? You could say that it was building it on the back end. Why can't I close this damn thing? Okay, that's glitched out. All right, whatever. But yeah, that's times have definitely changed. Again, I'm kind of over that history lesson there. Let's get back into the news. See what else is breaking. Strategy kickstarts 2026 with a $116 million purchase as Bitcoin Q4 paper loss hits $17 billion. Ledger says global E incident did not compromise crypto wallets. We can take a look at that and see what's going on with that there. I think that was the was that open source code that was used, and every hardware wallet that used a back end client was at risk. If you did, of course, get exposure, get exposed to it, and you did not have a hardware device where you can confirm your transactions, you were definitely at risk. And let's see what else they had to say on this. Cryptocurrency hardware provider Ledger has clarified the recent data incident involving its commerce partner Global E. Global E cross-border e-commerce platform integrated by Ledger in 2023 experienced unauthorized access to order data and its information systems, which affected some Ledger customers. This might have been actually their payment service. I think they provide a service if you want to not hold your own keys, you could have them hold your keys. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe for some sort of trust fund or something. I don't know, but I think that's what they're referring to here. Ledger told Cointelegraph the incident was limited to Global E's systems. It did not involve a breach in Ledger's platform or its hardware or software. Some of the data access as part of the incident pertained to customers who had made a purchase on Ledger.com using Global E as a merchant on record. Spokesperson on Ledger said. Names and contact info were leaked, according to this data. In the social media reports, Global E incident resulted in the exposure of some Ledger users' personal information, including names and contact details. We retained independence for forensic experts to conduct an investigation into the incident and were able to determine what some personal data include name and contact information. It seems like they had some sort of data breach on customer information if you used maybe some sort of platform or DEX partnership through Global E to facilitate purchases into your wallet directly and not a centralized exchange. This is what this seems to be about. Nothing burger, in my opinion. Starknet mainnet hit by fresh downtime as team probes cause. Let's see what else we got. Crypto rich threatened to leave California after their new tax bill. Oh God, what else is going on in California? What the hell?
What are you, stupid?
Crypto billionaires in California are threatened to leave the state, but they're ready to make good on their promise, or this impending wealth exodus more of a paper tiger. We already know that the institutions and corporations already left. Let's see what crypto is doing over there. Crypto billionaires are threatening to leave the state of California after a prominent trade union proposed 5% asset tax on residents worth more than $1 billion. The Service Employees International and United Health Care Workers West proposed the new tax back in November 2025. The trade union suggested the new tax could bring in $100 billion from 200 state residents. There's 200 billionaires in just the I guess just the state alone, more than making up for the federal funding cuts. California state healthcare program. The measure will require 850,000 signatures before it can be put on the ballot for a popular vote in 2026 elections in November. Isn't there only like a few thousand billionaires in the world? How many billionaires are in the world now? I think it was like only 2,000. How many billionaires in the world? 3,000. Okay, yeah, I was off a little bit. Yeah, don't forget there's also more than 60 million millionaires. Yeah, so we're definitely moving that that up. The service employees, did that. Prominent investors and billionaires in California, such as PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel and co-founder Larry Page, have already threatened to leave. Others have argued that a billionaire exit could remove crucial sources of tax revenue for the state. All right, so that's what's going on in California. I guess save yourself before you become a billionaire. I don't see us becoming billionaires anytime soon. Okay, let's see what else we got. Fake MetaMask two-factor authentication security check lures users into sharing recovery phases. Yikes. Guys, stay safe and make sure you have everything in cold storage. Don't be using these hot wallets back and forth with large transactions. Let's see. Japan's finance ministers back exchanges as gateway for digital assets. Bank of America lets wealth advisors recommend Bitcoin ETFs. I think I actually had shared something like this over on Twitter over the weekend. Bank of America will enable advisors across Merrill, Strip, and its private bank to recommend 4 spot Bitcoin ETFs, expanding beyond client-led access. I think they're doing what Larry Fent just said. They're pushing that 3 or 4% allocation. Here it is. The framework means advisors can now recommend spot Bitcoin ETFs proactively, backed by CIO research and guidance that frames crypto as roughly 1 to 4% sleeve for suitable clients, subject to each client's risk profile and regulatory requirements in the jurisdiction. CIO research formal guidance is a form of allocation guidance paper, and advisory training are being rolled out around these products so that Bank of America's network of over 15,000 wealth advisors can fold Bitcoin exposure into standard portfolio conversions or conversations rather than treat it as a exception request. Yeah, and it's crazy too because I look at some of these people. I mean, if they're millionaires, right? If they're millionaires, if they're billionaires, it's a lot more. But 4%. Think about this: 4% of their overall wealth, if they're holding, like say they're like a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, $4 or $5 million in net worth, right? And all this is wrapped up in houses and cars and all this bullshit. On average, they're probably only going to have to be honest, maybe like a few $100,000 in savings. I mean, they're not going to have all like a quarter of this in savings. Their typical millionaire, it's only going to have like $100,000 to $500,000 in savings if they're a multi-millionaire. And what they're using, if they're going to be using only a 4% allocation on Bitcoin, that's nothing. It's nothing. So let's see, 4%. That's 160,000. I mean, me myself, I have a lot more than this wrapped up in Bitcoin. I mean, for the average millionaire, what's coming for, I'm telling you, what's coming for our space guys, it's gonna be amazing for anyone, of course, who's been in our asset class for more than, I would say, a year, more than even a year. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Of course, the longer you've been in crypto, the more you're going to reap the benefits. Bitcoin first in the open question of Ethereum. So far as all products covered by Bank of America CIO are Bitcoin only, and the bank has not publicly committed to adding Ethereum or any other digital ETPs to that list. That leaves a key option question of for the next phase of institutional adoption, whether or not the spot ETFs may receive a similar treatment inside large U.S. wealth platforms. Sen told Cointelegraph that expansion beyond Bitcoin will likely depend on available liquidity, market structure, maturity, and ability to support institutional grade execution. So it doesn't seem like they have the approval to push any of these other ETFs just yet. I mean, they are pretty new. They haven't really matured yet. Bitcoin's ETF now is 2 years old. This month, 2 years old. I think it launched, it was the first or second week of January 2020. My God, I cannot believe it's been 2 years. Guys, the channel is now older than 2 years old. That's crazy. All right, let's move on. 9 myths about Bitcoin energy use challenge by data ESG experts. Obviously, that's gone away. BWC expanded crypto businesses after U.S. regulatory shift. There's so much news today, guys. Oh my God. Visa crypto card spending soars 525% in 2025. That's crazy. People out there spending their crypto on credit cards. Of course, all the exchanges now offer these things. Dune Analytics data reveals a surge from 14.6 million to $91 million in net spend across Visa's key crypto cards, led by EtherFi in 2025. Visa issued crypto cards are a massive spike in usage in 2025. Guys, we're growing. We're growing. This is crazy. Up by 525% last year. According to Dune Analytics data, the total net spend for 6 crypto cards issued by blockchain projects in partnership with Visa went up 14.6 million in January to 91.3 million at the end of December. These are still baby numbers when it comes to the grand scheme of things, but huge that we're seeing this amount of interest just take over in just a year's time. Let's take a look and see which ones they're talking about. They're looking about the 6 cards tracked from crypto payments platforms, Genesis Pay and Genosis Pay, Cypher, along with decentralized projects, EtherFi, VC. Man, it's been a while since we talked about a VC. I think about a year at least. Exa app and Moonwell. Ooh, another one. Another one we haven't talked about in a while. Moonwell. Let's go, guys. The crypto card from Visa partnered EtherFi led all competitors by a fair margin, notching a total spend of 55.4 million, compared to the second placed Cypher at 20.5 million. Crazy. Visa ramping up on stablecoins. Visa's now primed for growth of its top crypto cards in 2026, as the firm has now been doubling down on its stablecoin ventures in the past few months. Digital payments now support stablecoins across all these 4 blockchains, and have been making a slew of partnerships and infrastructure moves to broaden access to assets for retail and institutional clients. In mid-December, the firm took things up a notch, launching stablecoin advisory team focused on onboarding and helping banks, merchants, and fintechs launch and manage stablecoin products. All right, so yeah, it's been a while since we talked about some of those assets in the headlines. Okay, let's see. Trump floats Colombia action as Bitcoin climbs towards 93K. Colombia action. Man, here we go. That's just 10 hours ago. So much to get into. Holy crap. Okay, Bitcoin rose towards 93,000 as Donald Trump made remarks suggesting tougher action on Colombia, Mexico, following the U.S. operations in Venezuela. We're just going to take everything over. American pirates, Bitcoin climbed towards 93,000 on Monday. The U.S. President Trump made comments suggesting the United States could pursue tougher action against Colombia, Mexico, extending geopolitical uncertainty to those regions following the weekend operation in Venezuela. Speaking on Sunday, Trump criticized Colombia over the cocaine trafficking that saw U.S. military operation focused on the country. Sounds good to me, according to Reuters. While also warning that something is going to have to be done with Mexico. Yikes! I don't remember hearing that particular remark, but that's crazy. Colombia's very sick too, run by a sick man. He likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's going to be doing it very long. He won't not be doing it very long, says Trump, as he warned those countries. When asked if the U.S. would consider pursuing a military action against Colombia, Trump responded, "It sounds good to me." Oh my God! Oh my God!
Get tired of winning.
Oh, this is nuts, guys. I cannot believe we're talking about this morning. President Trump now said, Colombia is run by a sick man. He's going to be doing it for a very long time. So it'd be Operation U.S. Colombia. Sounds good to me. That's the rhetoric there. He's mentioned, of course, saying, while Trump is friendly in a relationship with the Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, she declined to help tackle Mexico's cartels, prompting Trump to say something is going to have to be done. And Mexico is also, U.S. is also keeping an eye on Cuba, strategic ally of Venezuela, while Trump described it as a failing state that is ready to fall. Now the Venezuelan oil supply is going to be cut off. All right. Greenland is still on Trump's wish list as well. We haven't heard about this in a while. That was fun. The beginning of last year. Adding to the geopolitical uncertainty, however, Trump said he also has his eye on Greenland, calling it vital to national security and defense. I mean, I kind of agree with him, but my God, we have to hop over Canada just to, facilitate it. It's kind of weird. However, ministers in Denmark and Norway have repeatedly said the mineral-rich land is not for sale, while asking U.S. President to stop with the threats. All right, so still not anything happening with Greenland. All right, Ethereum ready to solve blockchain dilemma. Okay, we already talked about that. I think we're almost caught up, guys. Almost caught up. Bitcoin advocate Machado is running to replace Maduro as of 14 hours ago. All right, let's see what else we have in the chat, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the buttons down below, guys. Of course, bringing you all the news, breaking news that develops every single day. Okay, Bitcoin has morning wood. It does, Los. Let's take a look and see where we're at right now. Bitcoin's sitting at 93,900, 100 away from hitting that 94K. About ready to possibly break it. Let's take a look at the order books and see what we have in store. Let's see. Let's see what we got this morning. We're looking for... what are we looking for? Oh, yeah. Kim, by the way, Snowline, bringing us, of course, the live heat map on YouTube for free. Don't pay for something, give it for free, guys.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. We pay for enough shit in this world. Why not get some for free? And that's why we have Kimba over on YouTube. Don't forget to give him a like and subscribe, too, guys. I do love me some Kimba. All right. It's anime reference for those who know as well. 93,900 on Bitcoin. 94 is the only thing we have really in our way. 95K, and then on our way to 100K once again. I said this last night on the Discord. If you guys are part of the Discord, I was telling you guys that 93K was on its way. That was the next stop, and we already blew through that pretty quickly. Let's see what else. I was showing you guys last night. There was a cup and handle. Oh, yeah, all the things that we're presenting. So we were up all last night talking about this. We were talking about cup and handle pattern. We were talking about, what was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. I saw this, too. You can see it a little bit easier on the 30-minute. I don't think I talked about this yet. I was looking out here. You can definitely see it on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen one of these play out. Adam and Eve to the upside. And yeah, that's been breaking out since 90K. Another one here in the shorter time frames as well on the hour. This all kind of playing out right now as well. Cup and handle already broke out at 93K. My guys, all these things, all these very positive patterns. Yeah, wow. Playing out as we speak. Look, probably on the 1 minute, you can see this one better. Yeah, right there. Man, that's getting pretty bullish up there at 93, 94K. This is it. I mean, there's nothing really remaining after this. We go back to the order books and show you guys again what is going on at these key levels. I keep getting very, very excited. Every time I jump over here, there's a new area building up in price action, which, of course, is pushing the entire goalpost higher for the bears. Bears are running away with their tails between their legs, man, because they're going to get wrecked if they're still shorting Bitcoin at these levels and we continue this momentum. 95K is the largest area we have left on the board. There's nothing else. And we had just smashed through a lot stronger levels within the last 48 hours. I mean, we had all of this over the last week was sitting there strong with the strongest resistance levels for the bears sitting at about 91, 92. Again, the bears would not let us get above 92 before the new year. The market monthly expiry date, of course, for Bitcoin as well, going back to that Friday. They were not allowing us to get higher than 92. That was a key level because they didn't want us to show any sort of positive price action for Bitcoin, showing a negative year, of course, on the asset. We were stuck between 92 and was it 86, 87? They wouldn't let us go back down lower than the bulls wouldn't let the bears take us back down lower than 96. I mean 86, I believe back then. We were range bound for months, guys. I mean for like 2 months. Not between this range particularly. This right here, we've been stuck in this range for about, I think the last time I looked at it was like 40 days, something like that. So like a month and a half. Price action, and we only need like 15 to 20 days to really find a new bottom and break out, and this has been well overdue now. I would say since November 21st when we hit that final bottom I've been talking about here on the channel, and we broke out of the no-no zone. The no-no zone was very important for us to break out of that because the no-no zone was the bear target trend we've been following since October 10th, and we were not able to get above that since October 10th. Now that we're able to slide past that, I think that's all behind us now. Yeah, we're about ready to continue this run. We got to get back on top and follow gold, right? How long has it been since we followed gold? This right here, this yellow line right here, this is the gold ETF, right? So I put this on the board when the ETFs launched for Bitcoin. So this is gold ETF from 2005 or whatever, when the gold ETF came out. I put the launch of the gold ETF to the similar time frame on Bitcoin and where it would be, of course, following. It's insane how close this followed in terms of price action. And if this is true, guys, I mean, we're so underappreciated this asset. I don't know where my gold one go. Oh, the gold one's right here. This is our gold appreciation. Our gold correlation for Bitcoin as well. We're behind on this as well. We should be somewhere between like $150,000 Bitcoin against gold's appreciation and correlation to gold and Bitcoin. It's lagging indicator, of course, offset for Bitcoin price action. And we've been doing pretty good this year, or last year all overall, until about that 10-10 event, which of course it uncorrelated because no one was expecting that to happen. Okay, so anyway, Bitcoin's sitting at just a few hundred away from $150 away from 94K. Quick little catch up on what we're looking at price action. But yeah, there's hardly anything left here. We're building up higher levels of support every single hour. Now 90K is looking at a strong level of support. Flat. We're starting to build new higher highs, building a lot of orders for longs around 92 even, which is a very local area. I would say maybe we see a return at some point. We gotta see a consolidation at some point, right? Another bounce may be coming somewhere, maybe 92. I think 92 is a really good spot. I think that's where we ended up. Oh, is it happening right now? Finally, it's gonna happen eventually. We have to what goes up must come down. Let's see. It would be on the 15-minute. 91.2. That's where we would probably retrace to if we do lose 92.5. So those are the two areas we're looking at for maybe a bounce. That'd be that's already represented there. Put that. Yep, there we go. So those are the next levels we're looking at, and then the final bottom and all the things lower in those ranges. I don't know if we're going to come back and retest those yet. There's still a lot of euphoria and FOMO in this market. Don't forget, guys, we predicted all of this over the weekend with 97% accuracy here on the channel. I would say probably even higher now. I don't remember the last time I was even wrong now predicting this pretty predictable price action on Bitcoin. This is over the entire weekend. Yeah, ridiculous. We're looking at, of course, our baseline bull breakout on Bitcoin over the weekend. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's get back to the chat. How you guys feeling? It's almost wow, it's already past 11. We're going on 11:30 now. Shiba coin pumps again. Is the market back? Oh, speaking about that, Ricky Ricardo, thank you for mentioning that. So I have to be very clear, very open with you guys. I'm not a fan of meme coins, right? I'm not a fan of meme coins. It doesn't mean that I don't participate, right? I just do not hold them long term. I have no conviction to hold them long term. But in these market swings, I do like to play games with them. And with a tiny fraction of my portfolio, I have usually participated a little bit each year. Usually it's like once or twice. I do have to be very open about this. I did purchase some Bitcoin yesterday morning. Doge. I did purchase some Doge yesterday morning. We're about the same level we are now. And nothing's really changed too much yet on this asset. I think we're about the same. What was it? Sunday morning. It was like 14.5, 14.8, something like this where we're at now. Maybe it wasn't too... no, it was right around here. It was like 14.9, something like that. Yeah, we're already lower than that right now since I bought in. But anyway, I did buy some Doge. Because I did notice that Elon Musk was meeting with Trump. There could be some sort of rally associated with that. Another leg up, looking like it's loading. We do see reversal from the bottom. This is probably the bottom. And about this time last year, Doge was worth like 30 cents. So again, I want to be very clear on this. I'm not very I'm not a really big meme person. Last year, I did purchase some Doge. The year, I think 2 years prior, I did purchase some Doge. I like to run this up with the rest of them because Doge and very well-established memes usually run up before the altcoins, right? So as Bitcoin starts to make these moves up, we get euphoria going with some of these dog coins, frog coins, cat coins. Pick a big one, I would say, if you're going to do something stupid like this. Again, I'm betting a fraction of my portfolio. I'm talking like 0.5% of my portfolio just to pay my bills into the next month. I did this last time we were down at the bottom. I usually 2x and get out, and I'm just going to be very transparent with you guys. I did do that over the weekend, so I'm expecting something like this, of course, to push Doge and all these other assets to the upside as we start to see maybe some sort of resilience come back for the market, and we get another possible run. All right, just want to be very clear about that. I'm not, if any means, have any high convictions into these frog dog coins. I just want to pay my bills. We'll get back in the chat here in a bit. Let's see what else we have. If you're a good trader, you've been winning the past 6 months, says Lauren Surf Life. Yeah. I mean, there's always money to make in the markets if you want to risk it for the biscuit. I'm an investor though, so I don't not risk anything. Bitcoin's 94K, says Lauren Surf Life. Not quite yet. At this rate, we'll become 500 states of America. That's right. It's the world. The world of America. That is what we're going to be. BRICS and multiple South American companies are BRICS and multiple South American countries. Mexico are dangerous national security issues, financial issues as well, says Ghost Operations. Freedom 500. Oh my God, Lawrence Surf Life.
What are you, stupid?
The Freedom 500. Oh my God. Okay, for those who know. You ain't too far off, Jake the Snake. Okay, Mexico equals number one silver producer in the world. I called it on the Discord yesterday and showed you to do it. Oh God, we're just taking all of those. Taking the rest of the asset rich countries. It's all connected. We are all targeting the Western Hemisphere's war, I think, resources. Their mines are dried mostly, though. Brave Army Freedom. From what I understand about gold production, is that gold and silver. Gold versus silver mining is that most of the silver in the world is only on the topsoil. And so most of the silver in the world has already been pretty exhausted already. And the gold, you have to dig deeper. That's just my understanding. I'm not an expert for sure. Research will be targeted. Deception. Yes. Mario, I love Moonwell, says Braveheart as well. Otaku says meme coins are lame. And yeah. I'm just telling you what I do. I do this every cycle, guys. I see what's coming. And yeah, if we continue this up, and this is the bottom, if this truly is the bottom, and we're getting confirmation on almost every chart that we're starting to reverse, you might want to start putting in your positions now. Again, not financial advice, but this is what I've seen in the past, and it's starting to play out again now. Driving around today, getting work done and chores in between, says Danny. How you doing, Super Danny? Thanks for stopping on by. Braveheart McFreedom says, you'll be all welcome to McFreedom Land, state for far of the west of Ohio land. Oh, man. McFreedom's also says, or no, Braveheart, yes, says, what kind of machismo is that, Danny? A man never apologizes. Oh, geez. Mexico has good oil reserves too, silver. Braveheart McFreedom says, safe travel, Super Danny. That's the Gulf of America now, Danny. That is, according to Trump last year, that is now called the Gulf of America. So stupid. I can't believe we say these things, man. This is real life now. It's crazy. Super Danny also says, people looking at the car wash like, wife, is this guy listening? What is this guy listening to? Yeah, I know. I really appreciate you guys choosing me to listen to on your day-to-day activities. Again, I was there with you guys, man. I worked a 9-to-5 desk job. I was a graphic designer by trade. Yeah, I spent every single waking moment, and I still do, listening to crypto and the news. All right, 93,950. We are $50 away from breaking 94K. And hopefully flipping that into support. We just cannot stop this run up. I showed you guys earlier this idea I had that, again, if we just continue the psychological pattern from all I did was just copy this leg up we had over the weekend from Saturday to Sunday. If we do the same exact leg up from Saturday to Sunday to Sunday to Monday to Tuesday, we are just continuing this stronger. We're actually going faster than I thought, just by copying that psychological move we had over the weekend. Again, more money, more liquidity in the open markets right now. People have the ability to get in and out of their TradFi assets and get into crypto. So something like this is happening. And it's happening faster than the last few days. 93,888 come back down, just kind of chopping around here, trying to get another move up. We're not even into 12:30 yet. This is going to be a long live stream. I know. I have this feeling. All right, let's see what else we have in the chat. Shill the Chaos, Danny. Yes, Shill the Chaos. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. Hit the buttons down below. Support the channel. Let's get back into TradFi while Bitcoin's trying to make or break 94K. All right, let's see what else we got over here.
Between now and trial, they'll.
Oh, let's see. The Beaver Moon. All hail the super wolf moon we had on Saturday. It was a beautiful moon too. If you guys didn't see it, it was awesome. Let's see. There we go. Let's take a look.
Had issues, those issues including being rotten food. They've had a rodent issue at that jail. There was a time where there was no heat or hot water in that jail back in 2019. A number of the folks who were held there went on a hunger strike. And, he won't be the only high-profile person detained there. Luigi Mangione is also there. It also held El Chapo in the past, Ghislaine Maxwell in the past as well. It is not a good place to be, and in fact, in some...
All right. He's going to jail. We get it. All right. My God, how long you drag that on for? CNBC live stream, waiting Maduro arraignment.
But there are a lot of Russian assets there, military assets, other assets there, intelligence assets.
Bitcoin?
And certainly Vladimir Putin is looking at Ukraine through a Venezuelan lens, even if the president isn't at the moment. So we really have to watch what unfolds in Taiwan and Ukraine, perhaps as a unintended consequence of what's going on in Venezuela.
Do you think this sort of gunboat strike and then coerce toolbox can be replicated vis-a-vis Greenland or Colombia or Cuba? Do you think this can be used again and again? And if so, how much before we bite off more than we can chew?
So I would say that if you're looking at the three biggest foreign policy accomplishments of this term, the second term of Trump administration, it certainly is Maduro, depending on what outcome comes, and that was through this means. Iran, the hit on the 3 nuclear sites and the situation, the instability in Iran that's coming now, and basically Iran in the weakest situation it's been for decades, which has opened the way for peace in the Middle East. And that was also from a bold Trump administration approach. And then, of course, the higher NATO defense spending, 3.5% on defense, 1.5% more so on defense related. These are 3 big outcomes. And a lot of this is coming through, frightening people into doing things. And the question is, how successful is that over time? I think, allies over time want to be willing allies and allies that follow you. You're talking about Greenland. You've had the Prime Minister of Greenland, Mette Frederiksen, saying very strongly in the last hours, you really have to make very clear that you're not going to move on Greenland. After all, Denmark is a NATO country, meaning that Greenland is NATO territory. And the point there is the United States.
I'm going to interrupt that real quick. We just got it scrolling across the screen. He's going to be in court at noon. They're going to have him at noon today. This is crazy, man. It's happening so fast. Oh, yeah. So let's see if we can get an update on that. It's almost 11:30 here in the United States, Eastern Standard Time. So in about 40 minutes, they're going to drag him into court. This is crazy. Let's see if we can get an update on that. President Maduro, court. Appear in court in New York Federal Court on narco-terrorism. This one just came out about an hour ago. Deposed Venezuelan President Maduro and his wife are set to make its first appearance on Monday, days after they were captured in the U.S. home and the overnight military operation. They flown to New York, faced narco-terrorism charges brought to the U.S. by the U.S. Trump administration. Maduro and his wife, Clea Flores, were transported by helicopter. Judged around noon Eastern Standard Time. They're going to be charged. According to a 25-page indictment, Maduro and his wife and others are accused of illegally obtaining authority to facilitate the shipment of thousands of tons of cocaine to the United States. They could face life in prison if convicted. I think this is probably a good leg for America to stand on and say, hey, if you don't want to allow this kind of crap in these other countries, you might want to start talking to us to fix it. We're gonna come and we're gonna just take all your shit. Holy crap, guys, this is crazy. Oh man. All right, let's see what else we got. Fox B talking about this as well. So I guess we're gonna hang out today. We're gonna cover all this live
to get their attention that we're dead serious and we're not leaving. And our Navy flotilla with ground troops
more coffee
not too far away is there as another option. And if anyone doubts the sincerity of the President of the United States after multiple times trying to get Maduro to leave the country and take an exile and an amnesty deal, and his people around him said he always had the conclusion that Trump was bluffing. Well, we saw what happened with that thought process. I doubt seriously these people believe that President Trump is bluffing, but it remains to be seen. Yeah. We're moving towards eventually a democratic state, for sure. And listen, this is not Bosnia-Herzegovina, Iraq, or Afghanistan, Stuart, so our audience understands. We're not about nation building here. There's a democratic structure in place, albeit in the wrong hand. National Assembly, legislature, Supreme Court, an executive branch, a civil society out there that used to flourish. Once we move towards elections and get another democratic elected official in there running the country, or at least have them transition to that, the civil society will flourish again in Venezuela. Why aren't they in the streets celebrating? Yeah. Because they know the goons and thugs are still out there.
Yep.
So yes, early stages here.
Can you deal with this one real fast, General? President Trump has threatened to come to the assistance of Iranian protesters if Tehran's leadership is harsh with them or shoots them in the street. What could President Trump do to help the Iranian people if they are indeed attacked by the security forces of Tehran?
Well, I think the implied threat here, and I'm delighted to see him do it. You know, Ronald Reagan in 1986, when the demonstrators were in the streets by the hundreds of thousands against the Marcos regime, which was a dictatorship to be sure, you know, he told them in no uncertain terms, I'm going to hold you accountable if you fire on those people. And I think that's where we are here. So I do believe we're at a tipping point. You know, the Iranian leadership and the goons that they use to go into the streets and kill the people, as they have done in the past, to clear the streets, they're debating in their minds, should they do? They've done some of it, but not wholeheartedly. And the people themselves are saying, well, how long should we continue this? How long should we be willing to risk our lives to do this? I think President Trump and his team are very capable of talking specifically to the leaders. We will hold you personally accountable if you fire on those protesters. And do we have the capability to do that?
All right, they're still talking about the Iranian protesters. Okay, so we got a lot of Trump threatening these nations this past weekend. Okay, let's see what else we got, guys. How you guys doing? I stepped away to get some more coffee. I appreciate you guys hanging in here. We are, of course, just talking about all the stuff happening with Bitcoin in Venezuela, and the amount of Bitcoin they have that's allegedly going to be seized here soon. Possibly, allegedly. There's a lot happening, of course, in our space right now. We have Maduro on trial in about 30 minutes. So he's going to be showing up in court in about 30 minutes. We're going to be staying and covering that. It's going to be the Venezuela episode, I guess. The Venezuelan episode, special. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? America F, yeah. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, how about this? Very, very, very edgy and politically divided and charged here. Let's just throw a poll up. Let's see. Oh, geez. Should America have intervened in Venezuela? I'm gonna have a whole bunch of options for you guys here. Yes. Yes. No drugs in my country. America. F yeah. I don't know. F yeah, America. America. Okay. And then we got no. Let them leave them alone. I don't know. Leave them alone to suffer. I don't know what you would even put there. Oh my God. Suffer. No. How about leave them to rebel and take over the country? I don't know. And then we'll do, how about, yes, America needs to take them Bitcoins. Oh my God. Oh damn it, it won't let me use these characters. I forgot. It won't let me use special characters in these freaking polls. It's so dumb. Really? I just have to put F yeah, okay. I'm already 15 over. Oh my God. Making polls in this damn platform is so ridiculously hard for no reason. No reason. Okay, I need no drugs in my country. I can't. I'm 17 over here. Jesus. Rebel, take over the country. Take country. Take. Oh my God. Let them rebel. I guess that's enough. Just can't have any fun on YouTube sometimes. What the hell? 9 more characters, really? Okay. And then I need one more. Let's see. It's not letting me put this damn thing up. YouTube drive me crazy, man. You drive me crazy, man. Alright, it's not gonna let me put this poll up. I gotta fight this thing every time I make a poll. Alrighty. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. I just spent all this time making this poll and it won't let me put it up. All the options. They don't like the options. Maybe it's like too politically charged to allow me to throw the poll up. Alright, I give up. Screw it. 93,800 on Bitcoin. Still chopping around here. We have Maduro in about 30 minutes. Going to show up in the Supreme Court. See how you guys are feeling in the chat right now. America, F yeah. Yeah. Surf life. Danny, respect. I'm just being loud trying to pump myself to go to work in the rain, says Braveheart. Coffee still not made. Slacking out here. Loving the chaos distraction. Thank you, of course, for that. Braveheart. Saudi Arabia and UAE have been in a low kinetic war against each other inside Yemen and oil fields resources, says Ghost Operations. Damn, well-fitting name for the stuff we're talking about today, huh? Ghost in the chat. Good morning to the Chaos crew. Good morning to you, A-Guy. Good morning. How you guys doing? The Jutu. Yeah, exactly, man. I cannot put half the things I want to do sometimes in this stupid... yeah. Bitcoin rolling over a little bit here. Maybe this is it, guys. We have to consolidate at some point. We've been doing nothing but ripping since the first of the year. I mean, this is ridiculous. Redonkulous. We have to get a pullback at some point. Let's see. How long has this been going on for? Boom. Let's throw an arrow on that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we've been doing this now for 5 days. 5 days with no pullback in sight. We need a retracement. Is 94K going to be that sticky that we're going to see a retracement there? I would have bet bigger on 95 than 94, but that could be it. This is as high around the range of as high as a bullish I thought we were going to get over the weekend anyway too. I was thinking at least a little lower, like the 95, 94.9, you know, just getting closer to that psychological target on 94 or 95 before seeing a pullback. But yeah, we still didn't get one. This of course changed the game with Venezuela. All right, I'm gonna clean this up a bit. This is getting ridiculous here on the chart. Let me just go back into my other Bitcoin chart. There we go. Let's get back into the news. Anything else happening right now in our coins? We've got gold up. It looks like $60 today. $4,400 on gold. Silver's looking at $77 an ounce. Continuing. Yeah, possibly breaking back out here. Like, I don't remember when I drew that. When the hell did I draw that? Back at the end of December? Oh, that could happen. Okay. What else we got here? Anything else breaking out on the bubbles here, on the top 100, top 200? We're only up about 1%. It's really not that crazy yet. We're just getting started. If we do see a breakdown in Bitcoin, though, that could send everything. So anything's possible by the end of today. We're still an hour away from intraday trading really beginning here in the United States as well. Keep that in mind. 12 o'clock hasn't even rolled around yet in the United States. Okay, anything else breaking in news? Let's take a look and see what's going on in the TradFi and then jump back into maybe some more crypto breaking news. U.S. allies offer muted response after Trump's raid in Venezuela.
His defenses was there was a decision made not to engage. I can't imagine Colombia, frankly, which has even more robust capabilities, you'd necessarily have the same lack of reaction in the same way, and I think they know that. But it's going to be a concern. I think President Trump has demonstrated that at least in the Western Hemisphere, there's a real willingness to go forward and to take the actions in a way that surprised a lot of folks in the region. The bigger question is going to be, though, how far can President Trump push this? You're seeing a coalition of folks in the MAGA world say, yes, as a justice and a law enforcement and a drug issue, we supported this. And you have the hawks and Marco Rubio, who's long pushed a policy like this, coming together. But will that apply the same even in Colombia? Would that apply even in Cuba? I don't know, given some of the histories, given the U.S. getting stuck in how many efforts to overthrow the Cuban government over the years. I think the politics domestically also make it hard.
All right. They're still talking about this, all developing. Let's take a look at coin market cap real quick. Bitcoin and crypto assets, guys, now totaling a total of 3.18 trillion. That's huge. That's a huge spike in the up, in the right direction. Here in the last 30 days, we are up, guys. We're about ready to break out. We just need a little bit higher, 3.22 trillion, possibly seeing a cup and handle here on the 30-day chart. That would be awesome. See that finally break out of there. We haven't been there since, the beginning of last month. So let's break this on out. You guys see it there now. That's what I'm referring to. Just down here. Just the tip, right? Just the tip. Tip of the iceberg. The highest we've ever seen in market cap last year was about 4.3 trillion. We are nowhere near that target yet, but we're climbing. We're definitely climbing. All right, let's take a look and see how the overall assets are doing in the top 100, top 10, top 20. Number one, of course, Bitcoin is up 7% in the last week. That's a pretty decent move. To be honest, yesterday we saw a move as high as 3%. It was nuts yesterday in the last 24 hours. Ethereum also up relatively the same, a little less lacking, but on the weekly still up a decent amount, 8.5. I still can't really break too far beyond 3,000, but we did flip 3,000 on Ethereum. We got Tether in market cap. Oh, we're still loading in. This is ridiculous. $187 billion still sitting in Tether, inching closer to 200 billion almost every single day. This is not stopped in total market cap. We need to see some of this start to get redistributed into other assets. We're starting to see a little bit more of a load up here as well going into it. We did dip this a little bit. It looks like some moves were made yesterday and drained it a little bit. We had, of course, the rollover into the new year. So we did get people allocating to new coins on the 1st. So that happened as well. People taking profits and, of course, taking tax loss harvesting. All right. So that's what's going on with the total market cap and, of course, the largest asset, stablecoin. By market cap. XRP still, it's kind of doing something. Still sitting at about $2.18 today. We did see an increase of about $10 billion over the last week. So definitely seeing a lot more liquidity coming into XRP, which is of course good. For the top 10 here, BNB did get flipped by XRP over the last few days. We haven't seen that happen in a while. As well. So again, about 10 billion flipped that for sure because they were about 123 billion last week on XRP. All right, Solana. It's kind of chopping up a little bit here. Anything else happening? Cardano's still holding number 10. Nothing new to see there. Bitcoin Cash still at 11. Chainlink still, man, $3 billion away from it. Man, they got a long way to go to catch back up on that move. Hyperliquid still at 13. Leo climbing the ranks up 14 now. Zcash at 15, a dead center of top 20. And speaking of top 20, Sui is moving back up. Sui was actually pushed out. I think it was 21, 22 in market cap. Sui's been killing it over the weekend. If you guys have hold any Sui, you know what I'm talking about. It was like $1.50 last week, and now it's sitting at $1.70 right now. So big moves happening for C in terms of market cap. Litecoin's holding 19, just barely staying in the top 20. Athena, USDE by market cap sitting at 20, and Avalanche on the outskirts at 21. Shiba Inu's moving up 22. Let's take a look and see what's going on with. I feel like Cardano really needs to flip Doge. This is ridiculous how Cardano's basically sat flat at what is it, 12 to 15 billion dollars for like the entire year. It's been going sideways. All right. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? We have roughly about 20 minutes until the court starts to roll in Maduro. and the United States actions against him. Yeah, violent, vice versa, whatever. All the things, of course, is war crimes. 93,800 on Bitcoin still. Nothing really new there. And yeah, let's see how you guys are feeling. Oh Jesus, Brave Market Freedom working in the rain. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Poll is YouTube be jank? Yes or no? Yes. YouTube be very jank. I wanted to make that damn poll, and it was just a quick little like snarky poll. Do you think America should have taken Venezuela? Yes or no? And then some other fun options, right? Yes or no? Yes. No drugs in my... I'm gonna try to do this again, see if it let me... yeah, I think it's because of the words I'm using. I think it will not let me put drugs. I don't know what the hell... It won't let me put the word Venezuela? Is that why? Oh my god. Do I have to put, like, this country? I think they're censoring me, guys. I literally think they're censoring me. It will not let me put these in here. Yes, no, maybe, whatever. Okay, okay. I'm trying to make this work. Okay, taking this country. Can I put in Venezuela now? Okay, I can now. Okay, so it's probably drugs. I don't know. Yes. No. Let me try this again. No drugs. Okay, I can put drugs now. I don't know. This thing's just so jank. No drugs in my country. F yeah, America. I guess America. Just America. America. F yeah. Okay. Right. No. No, leave. No, let them take down their own dictator. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know what it was. It won't let me say that. Censorship, man, it's real. It's real here on YouTube. Let's see. Maybe we put those bitcoins there. Oh my god. Whatever. U.S. American pirates. Pirates, we. God, here we go, guys. There's the poll. As controversial as I can make it within YouTube's guidelines. 93,800 on Bitcoin, leading up to Maduro's court case here in about less than 20 minutes. Right now, 100% of you guys are saying American pirates, we. All right, now we're going to yes, no drugs in my country. It's America, damn it. Jeez. What about cocaine, though? Didn't cocaine get, isn't that legal in some states? I needed that coffee. Oh my god. You just never know until it touches your lips. I needed that coffee so much. All right, let's see what you guys are feeling in the chat. Just put VZ. The poll. Oh yeah, VZ. I gotcha. In terms of Venezuela, it would let me later put that in though. I don't know. Yes, give me all the drugs, says Lawrence. Oh my god. Surf Life. Drugs in the house. If there are any, you better give me some. Jeez. Gamma saying yes because the United States government has nothing to do with drugs or the drug trade. Yeah, they're very innocent, right, Gamma? 100%. Obviously, we know there's been a lot of secret. CIA, moves with those drugs to push different agenda in different parts of the world, and especially our own. Bag Holders Anonymous says no drugs in my country. I guess I hit something with that. I hit a nerve with that one there. A nerve, I guess that Americans are striving for. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. in the chat before we get back in the news coverage. Its administration is not the government, Gigi. Yeah, its administration, not the government. You're talking about the deep state, the black government, the government that lives underneath the one we know about, right? The one that even the president has no access to. The deep state, the ones that are controlling the UFO programs and the aliens and the reptilians. Oh my!
What are you, stupid? Are you stupid?
Ignore everything I just said. all right. There's the door. If you don't like it, if you don't lock it, this is my America. I can't. I get into full artard with that. I love it. U.S. oil stocks rally as Trump vows Venezuela revival. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna give them that's more important than all their oil, and their Bitcoin? That's what I want to know. We're just going to protect you. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to build your country and make it look like America. I mean, it's just going to be like the same old shit, right? They're going to promise them the stars and the moon, and then we're going to take everything and walk away. Government wants to be ninja, says Jake the Snake. They are ninja. I can be ninja too. I stack Bitcoin. No one stopped me. I am my own country now. I am ninja. Oh my god. All right. Not financial advice. Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. All right. U.S. oil stocks rally. Yeah. You're talking about the same thing all day. We have about T-minus 15 minutes until Maduro is going to be seen in court. He should be starting to set up for that right now. It's going to be a huge, political theater stage for the world to witness. All right, what else we have here? Let's take a look at Bitcoin's price action and the order books. How are we doing? We're still chopping around here. This is reminded me of last night when we started attempting to take 93. We might be doing the same thing. We're faking everyone out, thinking that we cannot get above it. Last night this happened at 93K. It was roughly a 92.9, 92.9, 92.9. Just chopping around there. Keep trying to fake out the bears, and then all of a sudden we just smash right through it and we just go to the moon. It was explosive last night, guys. It was crazy. I was in the middle of a car ride. I'm just like, fuck. I can't. I wanted to be on the live, and I'm like, I can't do it because I'm still like 30 minutes out from I guess what I call the studio now, my little room. But yeah, it was crazy last night, guys. I really wish I could have been here on the live. I really wish I was in the studio because I was expecting a breakout to happen by the end of January, the beginning of February. Timed my my exit for my vacation then, but nope, we're happening now. Can't predict everything, I guess. All right, T-minus 13 minutes till Maduro is in court. Let's see if we can get a news outlet to cover this. Let's see who's likely to get that over on the tubes. Let's just take a look here. Maduro court. If you guys are just joining, he's going to be showing up in about 15 minutes to answer for his war crimes.
And diplomacy are the only viable tools for a peaceful transition and a sustainable resolution of the crisis. We join the Secretary General in encouraging all actors in Venezuela to engage in inclusive and meaningful dialogue in full respect of human rights, democratic principles, and the rule of law.
All right, let's see what other coverage we have. That was Fox Live. Just trying to see if any. They're just setting up right now. NBC? Sure. That might be the one we stick with. All right. Can you check out the Dash chart? We got a $10 super chat coming in. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Damn. Can you check out the Dash chart short term? Point and overall? Yeah, I can take a look at that for you. Thanks again for that $10 super chat coming in from Crypto Drunk, guys. Crypto JPEG. Love you, man. Thanks again for supporting the channel. We have a few minutes. So I can take a look at that for you. Let's take a look at Dash over on the charts. Let's see. What can I have to? I'll probably have to get rid of something. I might not have a spot for it. Let's see. Dash USDT Tether on Binance. I got room for it. Cool. Looking at $42 and some change right now on Dash. It's already gotten its first leg up here back on Saturday from the low. So yeah, looking like a lot of other coins looking for a breakout here to retest 47 here. I would say soon, right? Still on a very, very clear bull trend path. We need a breakout though above 47.3. So again, I would look at this closer to 12.30, see if we can get another retest back up here, break above 45, be somewhere in the next, well, I need the 15 smaller time frames here. Give me this. There we go. Something right here, right around 1:30, 12 o'clock, 44. And if you see a bigger breakout, it could take us to that 47. Today, I don't know if it's going to happen today. It really depends on how Bitcoin's, how much steam Bitcoin's got left in it. If Bitcoin does start chopping sideways, we don't have to go any higher. We could just go sideways at 94, right? Usually what we do is we find a shelf for Bitcoin to sit on. It finds a new bottom to kind of grind for a week or two. It doesn't matter. Doesn't need to do anything else. The altcoins are rallying regardless. So we just need Bitcoin to find some sort of stop. Right now it's Bitcoin's time to shine. Some of the altcoins are getting a little ahead, which is fine. But we could see another retest, I would think, for Dash and a lot of your other assets if Bitcoin just finds some sort of bottom and stays there for a little while. So I'd be looking at that. I don't know if we're going to see that today. It does have to retest, and it does have some resistance at 45. So keep an eye on it there. I would say if you get a breakout of there from there, and you can retest this. I mean, we're looking at like a cup and handle starting to form in the longer time frames. Let's see, like the hour chart, probably you can see something like this. Then I would get really excited if we start to develop some sort of pattern like that into the rest of the week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's what I'm looking at. Again, it really depends on Bitcoin's movements from here. Bitcoin just lost 93.8, heading back down to 93.6. Again, I've been waiting for a pullback. Are we going to finally see a pullback? To get a real pullback on Bitcoin, we got to come back to like 91. I don't know if we're going to do that. I think we're just going to keep riding it up. Even if it retraces right now at 92.7, we're still bullish. We're still on the bull trend line. We need a decent consolidation. We're getting pretty heated though, man. I mean, we're talking like right now, it's either shit or get off the pot for the next leg up. All right, just giving you my 2 sats on that chart. Again, like most assets right now, it's going to be looking about the same, right? We're all just kind of sitting at the bottom as we're getting ready for a breakout. Ethereum doing the same thing as well. Jasmy, ZBEC, I mean, you name it, you point a chart, it's the same sort of thing. Even XCN is just breaking out right now, right from the bottom we have created back in the end of December. All right, so just want to give you my 2 sats. Everything, of course, moves with Bitcoin. All right, let's see what we have here. Happy Joy in the chat. How's it going, Joy? Hope you're having a great day, guys. Don't forget to feed the fire.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Oh, I love feeding the fire, guys. I love feeding the fire. There's nothing you need more than Bitcoin and crypto assets right now. Okay, 93,700 on Bitcoin. Still climbing back up to retest it. This is the same sort of price action we saw last night when we took 93. Chopping out, faking out the bears, returning a little bit down to the trend line, and then smashing it up to the upside. Let's see if we can do that again. And this has been quicker and quicker and tighter as we go along. We have about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes now for Maduro, and of course we answer for his actions. It's going to happen in about 10 minutes. We have NBC here, live coverage on it. So stay tuned. It's going to be some crazy swings and price action probably coming soon for all markets. Let's take a look and see how's the S&P 500 doing. Speaking of the markets, 69 on the S&P 500, climbing back up. If this goes to plan, we might see 7,000 today. We might see a breakout to 7,000 today on the S&P 500. That's what it looks like, and that would be a new all-time high. New all-time high would only need to be 69.50, basically 69.51 for a new all-time high on the S&P 500. There's NASDAQ as well. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Sitting damn near all-time highs as well for the NASDAQ. It just has to get to about 100 flat on the NASDAQ, I believe, for a new all-time high. I don't know enough about this. I only have price action going back to March of last year. I don't know enough about the TradFi markets to say that it's never hit 100 before on the Nasdaq. I wouldn't know. The Dixie's still rallying a little bit, still going on the upside, right in this bull trend. We gotta break this, man. We gotta break this. Again, today would probably be a rally for the dollar, so I'm expecting, just because again we're in the highlights right now for, I guess, putting this person in his place, this country in his place via their dictatorship and their world leader or whatever. Okay, let's get back in the chat. How you guys feeling? Happy Joy's here. Jake the Snake got a clip for us. We got 6 minutes. What the? There's no rest for me in this world. What the hell? What is this from?
Mr. Shelby, you're meant to be resting.
I've learned something, Francis. There's no rest for me in this world.
Yep, never. No rest for the wicked. Either.
Perhaps in the next.
And that's, of course, coming from Jake the Snake. Of course, feeling out, the vibe right now. Jake the Snake says, me when the alts don't moon today. Not yet, guys. Again, Bitcoin's got to kind of... Usually, again, I just want to reiterate this for those who are new. Usually what happens in these markets is Bitcoin will find a new area to kind of go sideways, right? And then the alts will start to climb. And all this is market cap sharing, right? We'll start to give market cap presence to the altcoins. We'll start to shed dominance. And all that means is more money in the entire sector. Bitcoin going sideways gives the opportunities for the altcoins to run. Usually what we see first is Bitcoin will run, then then meme coins, then altcoins, right? And we're talking about true utility. We're talking about things that actually matter. A little bit of everything, but it's mostly going to be utility-driven cycle. Of course, I've been saying that for the last 2 years. Meme coins will start to run, and when they start to run, then Bitcoin's going to go sideways for a little while. It'll give a little bit of share to that for the first run, the first narrative, and then we have the altcoins. And then the altcoins will start to get their turn to play as well. And this sort of breakout will start. All right, everything looking like Bitcoin's chart right now, as it usually does. 93,700 Bitcoin, and we have 5 minutes still until Maduro is in court. Let's take a look. Still outside of, the courthouse, the New York court to trial this narco-terrorism, I guess, threat that was, of course, Maduro. What we got here in the chat? Brave Farming Freedom says, Marlboro flopping around your lip and coffee in your hand. Wipe the white stuff off. Oh, God. Jake the Snake. You're good to go. Get her done. Oh, my God. Braveheart. Jesus.
Are you stupid?
You guys are crazy in the chat. All right. Mario coming in saying, meme coins like Turbo? I usually point to more well-established coins like Doge, Pepe, Shi, Bonk. Turbo, a little bit. I would say a little bit more well-established. I'm talking about more mature, meme coins are going to run first. Maybe Toshi. I know that's gotten a lot of traction. Turbo's gotten a lot of traction too. I wouldn't bet on it. That's why I only bet a tiny percent of my portfolio in a move like this, usually on the run up. I get 2x and I get out. Last year I can show you. Really don't want to show you any of this stuff, but I got to put my money where my mouth is, I guess. Okay, let's see. Last year, if I can find some of these old DMs, I do this every year, every other year. Depends on where we are in the cycle with Bitcoin. I did it first in 2021. I participated with Doge and those. That was insane back then. I mean, you're talking like 100% moves in a day. It was ridiculous on Doge back then in the heat of 2021, leading up to it. 2020, 2021, it was insane for Doge. Now it's not really like that with any meme coin, really. The entire market, there's no liquidity. There's too many coins. Also that, too. There's like 30 million meme coins now. It's ridiculous. 20 million, I believe, alone on Pump.Fun alone. Where was I looking at? I'm just kind of like... shooting shit now. Okay, I'm looking for messages. But anyway, last year, just to kind of go back a little bit, last year what I did, and there's a different narrative back then too. Doge had, of course, Elon Musk and the whole DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, rolling into that narrative as well. I decided I was going to throw just a small piece of my portfolio into it. Again, I think back then it might have been like 1%. Now it's more like a fraction of a percent of my portfolio. But just to pay the bills going into the following month, because I know this is going to happen. It always typically does, unless we have some sort of black swan event to send the market the other direction before a breakout. Last year I did this. Doge was at 34 cents. I think I bought it in at like 30 cents flat, something like that. No, it was 20. It was 20 when I bought in, and I think I ran it up to 40 and got the hell out. And that was just me having some fun in the markets at the beginning of last cycle run. This was some, stuff like that. So put like $2,000 in, got four grand, took $2,000 out, and never touched Doge again until now. I did the same thing now yesterday, just full disclosure. I only threw 1,500 at it. Gonna flip that into $3,000 probably in a few weeks, depending on how this rolls out. Get out. Right now, Doge is sitting at 15 cents. Last year, around this time, it was 40 cents. Yeah, that was 11 months ago. I think the same thing is going to happen, so I'm kind of preparing for the future just to give myself a head start into the year in my bills. All right, just my 2 sats. I'm telling you, I'm being very clear, open with you, transparent. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. These are meme coins. They're stupid. They're useless. No utility. And I'm just, following the market trends as I usually do. And surviving. $93,697 on Bitcoin. Still chopping around here in the upper, higher areas of 93K. Hopefully to see a breakout here within the next 30 minutes, as Maduro is going to stand trial and answer for his crimes. 12 o'clock, it should be happening here soon. Let's get over there and see if we have the more opening statements. We still got live coverage from NBC outside of it. Let's take a look at some other outlets and see if they have anything going on right now. I don't trust these, man. I don't know if that's even real or not. Fox Live Now from Fox, I don't know. I trust the NBC one. There's the same coverage they got there at NBC. Different news outlet here. Handcuff Maduro taken to New York court. This is from Sky News. I think we can trust that. I guess they're walking them to the room right now. UN Security Council holding meeting on Venezuela right now on these actions the U.S. took and this is going to be ongoing in the middle of this court case as well.
The president of that country, it constitutes a flagrant violation of the UN Charter, specifically the use of force against the sovereign state. The kidnapping constitutes a violation of an established norm of international behaviour. It is just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon UK time, and good afternoon from here in Cucuta on the Colombian border and with Venezuela, and all the action though is in New York in the next hour or so, because in a few minutes time Nicolas Maduro will appear in a New York court on narco-terrorism and weapons charges. Donald Trump's decision to capture where the president Gustavo Petro now appears to be under threat from Washington.
That's a huge delay on that news coverage out of the UK. All right, let's see what we have here.
And his wife
I guess he's arriving now.
In the Metropolitan Detention Center, the notorious MDC, I call it, a maximum security federal jail on the Brooklyn waterfront. Previous detainees have included El Chapo, Diddy, R. Kelly, and many drug kingpins and alleged federal criminals. For security reasons, they were taken to a helicopter near the MDC and flown to a lower Manhattan helipad this morning. From there, they were driven at a pre-planned
oh my
route,
God.
almost like a presidential route that we would see. I'm here to...
You guys in the chat are hilarious. Meme coins like pop cock in you. Remember that dumb thing? Remember Costco hot dog? Remember? Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many. Mudang. Oh, for those who are OG, man. Oh my God. Remember? Harambe coin. Oh, praise Harambe. I remember Harambe coin. Oh man, that was awesome when Harambe died. The legendary gorilla. Shiba Inu, yes, strawberry. Meme coins like cock Inu. Sell the house it is. Mario, guys, please be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. I'm being very clear and transparent. I'm betting a fraction of my portfolio, a tiny percent, less than 1% of my whole portfolio on this move. Okay, meme coins like Popcat, maybe Popcat, I don't know. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm picking, of course, a well-established meme coin to ride this up and just make a little bit of dough to pay my bills. Harambe coin, yes, Lawrence, is there a Maduro coin? Oh my God, it's a good question. That's a good question. Yamaha, how's it going, Yamaha? Uncle Duck 2000, yeah. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day, my friend. Probably many Uncle. Probably many Maduro coins. I'm sure there's one out there somewhere. They're interviewing people in the street. What are we doing? We're just talking about the buses now? I don't know.
That's what I was saying. There's rings of security.
They only let me in because I fibbed.
It's nothing. That's a nothing banter right there. Okay, cool. Waste of our time. We do have, still on the outside, just showing, reporting the building. Anything from TradFi News, 40 seconds till they come back at Bloomberg. I'm sure all the news outlets are going to be covering this as it develops. We're about 5 minutes into afternoon right now. He should be arriving any time to answer for his actions in Venezuela. Energy stocks rally. Okay. Fox Business. Venezuela holds nearly 20% of global oil reserves. Yep. We've been talking about that all morning. I'm so sick of talking about oil this morning here on the channel. All right. Anything else breaking on the headlines here? Dow rallies 700 points to record as investors see little market risk from Venezuela action. Chevron shares surge. A Maduro overthrow could pave the way to U.S. oil companies to recover assets seized by Venezuela. And guys, if you're just tuning in, I've been talking about the 600,000 Bitcoin allegedly going to be, assessed, seized by America. You guys know where that goes, and it's just the right amount they need to get to that 1 million target on seized assets for Bitcoin. It's crazy. I tell you, I feel like that's all planted. I just cannot believe that this is the exact amount they need to get to their target without having to purchase a single Bitcoin. I mean, come on. I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one with that tinfoil hat on, calling that one out. I can't be. That's just my 2 cents anyway. All right, so they're rolling them on in right now.
They look like they did something bad. If this ever gets to a jury,
no, they're not. That's old footage. Come on. Still waiting. There's still nothing new. NBC 15 still showing, the outskirts of the courthouse. Looks like they're getting out of the way, though. Maybe someone coming in? Nope, just moving a little bit, trying to stay warm. It is cold up there, man. That's why I'm down here in sunny Florida.
Joe's, you're judged by the people you hang out. That's why he's been assigned to this judge. Yeah.
Okay. No nonsense judge, whatever. All right. Let's see what we got over on Doomberg. Maduro accused of 25 years of narco-terrorism crimes by the Department of Justice. Answering for his crimes today. Any second.
Is sitting at a table in a New York courtroom to face charges of drug trafficking and weapons offenses. The proceeding taking place at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. His wife expected to spend the day with him here. They were both helicoptered into the area. We may not get coverage on this. Might be closed door. In handcuffs, the judge, a 92-year-old U.S. District Judge,
Huddlesteen,
a Clinton appointee, says his job is to
92.
ensure a fair trial. This following the stunning seizure late Friday into early Saturday of Maduro and his wife.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's get this over with. Throw him in prison. 92. He should have a pan. He should definitely have a pan on his chair. Okay, I'm done. This is ridiculous.
It's time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country.
We are going to run the country, something that he reiterated on Air Force One on his way back to Florida last evening. It's where we start our conversation with Robert McWhorter, the constitutional...
All right. I just want to say my 2 cents. I don't know if you guys also heard the Maduro body double theory as well. And allegedly, we just kind of slipped someone in there. We already took him out, and I mean, if this is closed door and we don't see him, I would be pointing a little bit more closer to that Maduro body double thing. If this is not going to be, seen on live TV, I don't know, and especially if he gets the death penalty or something, and we don't see too much of him after the, detainment. Let's see what we have here in the chat. Disney Pixar presents Fafo. What the hell, Cliff? What? Oh, not that again. Oh no. Oh God.
The American president is a coward. Come get me. I'm waiting.
Well, how about that? Quicker than DoorDash.
What the hell? Sometimes you just shouldn't ask for it. Coming, of course, from my robot friend Cliff over in the chat. Thanks again, Cliff, for sharing that banger. Oh my God. Coming to a theater near you. Holy crap. Jeez. Freedom! Oh yes, let those bells ring. Freedom. Shout out from Bobbin to Freedom. OGB lives on. That's right. He's of course got hooking you guys up with the music in the chat. Of course, our resident DJ. Braveheart McFreedom says, I thought about the body double for sure. Yeah, so I'm not the only one thinking about that too, right? I know. So we still got banter going back and forth. This is probably going to be closed. This is probably not going to be in the public view. And that, again, to me, still fuels that body double conspiracy theory. I mean, what the hell? So they're still standing outside, the New York court. Maduro body double, are you talking about the same one that played Saddam? Cliff, he knows what I'm talking about, yeah. The world is a scary place. Don't believe anything you see. Lauren Surflight, and don't forget, remember all these celebrities too. Oh, I'm not gonna get into all that. Yes, Otaku, Maduro went through 4 wardrobe changes in 24 hours. Yeah, it was kind of sus. I didn't believe the picture I saw of him detained with the mask and the thing and the water bottle. The water bottle looked kind of weird, like almost like the whole thing was AI. Crafted. Gamagata says, hear me out. Imagine another country coming here and the kidnapping of Trump and his wife and saying they're going to run the country. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's insane when you think about it on the other side. Yeah, charges against his Maduro are as follows: narcoterrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns and destructive devices conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices. I'm sure they're gonna have more. All right. I'm just coming back in the chat. Says Gamma, she's back. Welcome back, Gamma. Looked up the images of Mr. Potato Head yesterday and it looked like Maduro is depicted in blue blockers and earmuffs. They thought we wouldn't notice, I guess. No conspiracies. It's Monday, guys. It's Monday. That's right. For F's sake, Tinfoil Hat isn't until tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make Tinfoil Hat tomorrow, guys. I was telling some of you guys this on Friday last week that I'm going to have some plans. I was hoping to, I don't know, be out from Tuesday night to until Thursday morning, right? But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anymore. I think I'm going to have to start making these trips back and forth. I was hoping to spend some more time with some friends down here in Florida over those 2 days, starting Tuesday night. But I'm definitely not going to be able to make Tuesday night either way, because that's the exact time that I'm meeting up with my group of friends. So I'm going to be picking one of them up from work, believe it or not, at 8 p.m. Yeah, I just want to make that very clear for you guys. I'm going to be reminding you, of course, throughout the week. If this continues, though, with Bitcoin, I cannot stay away. I'm going to have to just make the travel back and forth between our towns. It sucks, but it is what it is. You got to do it what you do for, of course, the orange coin. And I love me the orange coin. Just wanted to quickly give you an update on that. So I'll be in and out from I guess the studio here in Florida. Back and forth throughout the week. I will be missing tomorrow night no matter what, but I'm going to try to come back and facilitate the episodes from there on out. If this continues on with Bitcoin price action above 93, 94K, I have no choice. I got to come back and do the work. So again, just wanted to make that clear what's going on. Bitcoin now starting to find some sort of maybe support at 93.6. Let's look at the smaller time frames, see if we got legs still. We have touched the bottom here twice on the higher time frames. I think starting 15:30. Yep. Starting to wick a little higher on these time frames as well. This could be exactly what we saw before a breakout last night at 92 to 93. And this is exactly what I said earlier. The price action right now, chopping around this area, is very similar. It's getting tighter and tighter. We can't do this forever, though. At some point, we do got to come back down and find a new area to consolidate for, of course, the traders out there. But it is still sitting in a bull flag currently from the last breakout, the last leg up from 93. All right, that's where Bitcoin's at in a nutshell. We're still waiting for some sort of news out of this. Let's see what we have currently.
Listening to the charges be laid out against him. He came into court 12:01 wearing an outfit from jail. So too did his wife. The judge asked him to confirm that he was, in fact, Nicolas Maduro, and he said in Spanish that he'd been kidnapped. The judge said, "Let me interfere. There will be a time and place to go into all of this, but at this point in time, I only want to know one thing. Are you Nicolas Maduro?" And he confirmed his identity. The judge then asked if he wanted the indictment read to him. He then said that he waived the public reading of the indictment, and it would have been lengthy. It's a 25-page indictment. Then he read his U.S. legal rights, which includes the right to a lawyer and the right to remain silent. Maduro responding, "I did not know of these rights, Your Honor." He's informing me of them now. He said, "I am innocent. I am not guilty. I'm a decent man. I'm the president of my country." At this point, he is not the president of his country. A new president's been named in the same time he was walked into the courthouse. Venezuela named the head of its National Assembly, Jorge Rodriguez, the new president of Venezuela. The judge said a plea of not guilty would be entered on behalf of Mr. Maduro. His attorney, Barry Pollock, the former attorney of Julian Assange, said that the plea of not guilty would be entered on all 4 counts.
All right, it does feel like the same counts here, Miles.
Feels like the Maduro body double is still in effect.
In this 4-count indictment, Joe, and it's believed by prosecutors believe, I should say, that they were both part and parcel of this narco conspiracy, and here's why.
All right, a quick little update on the poll here. We're going to end this poll, and I put up another one here soon. So yeah, you guys say yes, we should have taken the country over. It says no drugs in my country, America. 52% leading that poll with 21 votes. The next one was, of course, runner-up was American Pirates. We with maybe we put those bitcoins there 10%, and no, let them take down their own dictator with a rebellion at 10% as well. So I guess America's like, yeah, screw it, get in there, take them out. No drugs in my country. God, allegedly, that's what happened. All right, I'm going to end that poll. We're going to start up another one. We're going to dive back in and see what's going on. This is all happening behind the scenes. There's no public, camera in there, apparently, viewing Maduro and his statements. This is all hearsay, and I believe Braveheart said it right in the chat. Tinfoil hat requirement now is we don't write the script; we just watching. This are basically watching a script play out in front of our eyes. Let's see what. I'm gonna throw up another poll real quick. What was I gonna ask you guys? Damn it! Since Maduro, right? Since Maduro's not on camera, do we believe this is really happening? Yes. The government would never lie to us. Would never lie. And then no. This is a body double for sure. Oh my god. And okay, there you go, guys. There's the poll. Oh my god, no! It won't let me do this poll either. What the hell? It just crashed. The poll crashed. I'm so sick of these polls. Is this really happening? Oh my god, I gotta do this all over again. And then I gotta pay attention to where it prevents me from making the poll because of something that I typed that Google does not agree with. YouTube does not agree with, right? Because, they're trying to censor everything we do and say all the time. Is this really happening? Yes. The government would never lie. Okay, it still lets me put that. And no. Forgot what I put here. No. He's a body double. Alright, there we go. It lets me put that for some reason. The poll is up. Do you believe this is happening as given to us, or no? He's a body double. In the chat. Let's see. I wonder if X has the same sort of idea I have. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Let's take a look at overall. Oh my God! Can I please? X gonna give it to you, please. Thank you. All right. Let's take a look and see anything going on right now on X. Oh, there you go, guys. He's gonna share. He's gonna share a room with Diddy, and they're gonna be. They took my oil too. It's okay. God,
what are you, stupid?
Jake was just talking about that this morning, and it's the first thing that popped up on X when I went over there. Okay, Maduro body double, and if you guys are just joining, this is all doing beat. The court is questioning Maduro behind the scenes. They're not giving us public access. Maduro is in disguise. This is what he looks like at the moment. What the hell? What the hell? I'm not the only one apparently thinking there's a body double. Maduro is not the president of Venezuela. His regime is not the legitimate government. Maduro is the head of the cartel of De Los Soles, narco-terrorism group, yada yada. I think it's time. Anything else? I can't be the only one thinking that he's a body double. So does Nicolas Maduro body double get the reward money then? What the hell? Please accept a gift. Yes. I'm aboard that. Maduro's double makes a second very public appearance to make people believe Maduro has not fled the country. You can tell that he is the double because he's wearing the red Cababula ribbon on his right wrist. This is as of December 1st. And his body structure. So yeah, this is definitely an ongoing thing, I guess, for a while. I'm not the only conspiracy theorist out there. I don't know. All right, we'll have to wait and see how this develops. We're still waiting for some news on this. Let's get back to the news outlets and see what everyone's covering. Bitcoin right now taking a little bit of a nosedive. 93.5 being retested right now. Are we going to consolidate? Finally, are we going to consolidate to 93.3 maybe? Or are we going to go lower? Are we going to send it down to the trend line? We have a lot of wiggle room here to continue the trend down on Bitcoin. All right, we still have a lot of room here to play with, so anything's still possible. We're seeing a sell-off right now. Let's take a look and see what we have in the order books. Looks like right now the bulls are still barely winning. $16.6 billion in trading volume on the day, against $16.1 billion. Sell. We're also seeing a lot of nothing too crazy selling off right now. They still have it kind of locked horns between the bears, teeth and horns, bears and bulls right now. Not seeing quite a big of a pullback yet, just yet. Maybe still another fake out for another leg up. We'll see. We're waiting for anything to come out of these news outlets on Maduro and the court case. All right, Maduro court. Breaking news, here we go.
Stephanie, well, it sure is rowdy here outside of the courthouse, as moments ago, both Maduro and his wife Celia both pleaded not guilty. And you mentioned this just a few moments ago, but notes from our producers in the courtroom say that Maduro stood and said to the judge, "I am innocent, I am not guilty of anything that is written here, and I am still president of my country." Now, we're told that the judge quickly cut him off and said, "Today is not the day to plead your case." And then the notes from the producers say that Maduro sat back down in his seat and kind of slumped over after that. Now, the arraignment is still happening. They're typically brief. We don't know exactly how long it's going to last, but throughout the remainder of this arraignment, we're expecting for bail to be discussed and also for the next court date to be set. Now, it was just early this morning that both Maduro and his wife were transferred from a Brooklyn detention center where they're being held to the federal courthouse here in Lower Manhattan. They were heavily guarded, with the feds using helicopters and armored trucks to bring them to court.
Yeah. We know. Okay, so yeah, still nothing. Still waiting for this whole thing to play out. Looks like we're probably gonna see. I wouldn't imagine this is gonna be a lengthy trial, but maybe this will go on for a few days. Maduro taking my helicopter. Yada yada yada. Any other live updates? Still got footage outside the courthouse. That's about it. Sky News got some banter there. They're still talking about it in the UN.
Lost their lives in combat actions. They were carrying out missions on behalf of the Revolutionary Armed Forces and the Ministry of the Interior at the request of counterpart bodies of that country. Our compatriots honorably fulfilled their duty and fell after fierce resistance in direct combat against the attackers, or as a result of the bombings of the facilities. Through their heroic actions, they upheld the solidarity sentiments of millions of our compatriots. Mr. President, the cowardly U.S. aggression against Venezuela is a criminal act in states against that sister nation, which intensified since September 2025 with the aggressive naval deployment in the Caribbean Sea under mendacious pretexts and unfounded accusations without any evidence whatsoever.
All right. Cuba's reading the script right now, basically, giving their two sats about what's going on right now in these, South American countries. I mean, this is going to go on for a while. Obviously, the UN is stating their case on these actions America just took on Venezuela. Bitcoin starting to find a little bit of weakness. Let's go. 93,500 broke. Now sitting at 93,300. Are we finally going to see, a breakdown? Finally? We have to come down at some point or reconsolidate somewhere. This might be it. This is it. Make or break. 93.3. Is it going to hold? If not, it will come back down to the trend line. More than likely, stopping at 92.9 and or 92.7 first. Come on, do it. Do something. Man, I still can't believe we're here on Monday. With the breakout, man. I was so excited. Saturday, this whole thing started on Saturday. We haven't seen a breakout on Bitcoin on a Saturday of that magnitude in a very, very long time. Wait, let's see what we got here in the chat real quick. See what's going on with the poll. What, really? What the hell? Oh my god, you guys, what the hell? Is this really happening? Yes, the government would never lie to us with 70%. Saying that, yes, the government would never lie. This is really happening. And then 30% of you guys saying, no, he's a body double. It's crazy. You guys would definitely believe this is happening. All right. Let's see what's going on. How long has this live been going on for, Los? This live's been going on now since, before the market opened, so about 9 o'clock. Key Starmer, it's about 3 hours. 3.5 hours, something like that. The government would never dupe us to pump markets and look strong like hairy animal. Like hairy animal. Yeah, of course, awesome power reference there. Love it. Gamma God says, imagine Trump being snatched and taken to court in another country. I know, right? Can't imagine it, but you know, it could happen to anyone at any time. This is very interesting to me, says Gamma. They should do this to Zelensky and Netanyahu. Oh God. Now we're just going to be okay to just be snatching, grabbing everybody? I don't know. I don't know if they want to keep this going as a trend. Or they're going to start a world war. Gamma God says, what's the spoon you speak of, Lawrence? The spoon. There is no spoon. Yeah. You're drunk. The spoon isn't bending. Your vision is blurred. You're drunk, says Gamma. October Bitcoin direction. Bitcoin I don't know what you mean by that. Are you talking about the 1010 event? October Bitcoin did? I don't know what you mean. All right, they never lie, says Cody. They never lie. Danny says, LOL, I needed another option, says Danny. You needed another option. Either yes or no. They're lying to us, or trust me, bro. Yeah, I guess trust me, bro. Says Cody. Oh my God, it's funny. Lauren says, you're drunk. The spoon isn't moving. You are. It's always moving. When it comes to, everything's always constantly moving. OG Bobbin says, snatch and grab is the new shit. Yeah, the new shit indeed. We're starting to wick here right now at 93.3. Still trying to keep some sort of support level here going. We'll see how long that lasts. If we do start to see consolidation breaking down at 93.3. All right, this is of course happening right now. Get those arrows out of there. There we go. Okay. Next level, if this does not hold, would be 92.7, breaking down to the still the bull trend line on Bitcoin since the first. We've been breaking this towards the entire weekend, this breakout. Okay, what's else? Yeah, you can snatch that Justin Sun as well while you're at it, says Bobbin. I know some of you guys hate that guy.
Stupid.
Yeah. I don't drink, says Lawrence. I am not drunk. Atomic Physics Otaku. Atomic, that's right. Yes, atoms, of course. Everything's moving constantly. Brave Farming Freedom says, I needed another option as well, says Brave. Oh my God. So, you guys are opposing the body double, I hear. All right. 93,500 starting to wick back up now. We are, still on, I guess, as of right now. Let's get back into the news and see what live coverage we still have on this court hearing on Maduro. Where are we at? Here we go. What do we got?
Inside the courtroom, we are hearing that both Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores de Maduro, have both pleaded not guilty to these charges. Maduro speaking in Spanish inside the courtroom through a translator.
Trust me, bro, this is all happening behind the scenes with no cameras. Okay. I believe you in 2026. Sure, this is all happening right now. All this could be fake. All of this could be fake. These people right here, yep, that's just all AI. Anything's possible. You just never know anymore. Guys, don't trust everything you see anymore. These are all, usually scripted out events to control the masses. Let's see what we have here. Maduro, the court still looking at them outside the building. Nothing really happening there. Over at NBC. Let's see over here at News Live. Get some more banter.
Procedural, necessary things. He was asked, Mr. Maduro, when was the arrest taking place? And they said he went into police custody January 3rd at 11:30 a.m. So right now it's a lot of checking off the boxes. What was interesting is they asked him, did you get a chance to read the indictment? And he said no. Now normally when you go into that courthouse, the marshals give you, the lawyer, the criminal defense attorney, time to go over the indictment with the client because they know the judge is going to say, have you read the indictment?
Even if you don't have a lawyer, they give you one of the court people.
Exactly, they give you a court-assigned lawyer. I don't exactly know who Barry Pollock is. He's the attorney who's representing him. Now Barry Pollock is not seeking any bail at this time, but that he may later on. That just happened.
Is that typical for a case like this?
Absolutely, it is absolutely typical in a case like this. The chances for.
All right. Let's see what else we got going on, guys, while we're waiting for this to all go down. I'm not sure how long this is going to go on today. We've been streaming since 9:20, 9:10, before, of course, the market bell opened. Let's see what we have here in the chat. It looks like the clones are still a possibility, Cliff. We can, of course, clone anyone we want now in 2026. We've been able to do that since the 80s, 90s. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to end this poll. With 12 votes, 75% of you says, yes, the government would never lie. I cannot believe you guys would vote for that. Anyway, Murderdo will not escape. Let him out. Free Murderdo. We don't even know it's really him. We don't even know. He probably could have been killed off, replaced by a body double, and never to be seen on camera again. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, but we'll have to see how this whole thing develops. I don't trust anything I see from the news or the U.S. government ever. Let's see what we have here on Bloomberg.
You've heard Miami Mike McGlone talk about oil. It's only down from here, is the smart analysis, with a looming glut on the horizon.
Mike McGlone also saying Bitcoin going to $10,000 last year. Remember that?
What are you, stupid?
Oh, he's an expert. He knows what he's talking about. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Gamma says, so true, Otaku. I think you were referring to when I said, about the government and the media and all that. Yeah. Oh, God. Speaking of the devil, here's Mike McDonald.
Short oil, I think levels to do that are maybe around $65 a barrel. And you pointed out the biggest rallies come in bear markets. And crude oil is clearly an oversupplied bear market. So for this year, I'm looking maybe at a range between 42 and 65. People are looking to sell. But you pointed out prices are up today. Everything's up today. Even bond prices are up. But the one key thing that's down is natural gas. Partly because it doesn't care about Venezuela. It's pointed out the winter's probably going to be warmer than normal as usual. Natural gas is down about 5%. It's the time of season it typically peaks. So what matters is, where will we be at this time next year? I fully expect there's going to be more crude oil supply, more natural gas supply, and there's just a little bit of risk. If the stock market's here or a little bit lower, if it goes down a little bit, those are pretty severe deflationary forces. But right now, Mr. Trump is going to get very much likely to get lower energy prices by the time we get to midterms.
Interesting. Well, in our remaining moment here, Mike, I'd love for you to give us a reality check on the work that would need to take place, because the oil fields there, we're told, are in disrepair, and a massive infrastructure investment to the tune of $100 billion would be required over the next 10 years. Does Exxon show up? Does ConocoPhillips show up?
They all do, including state-sponsored, state-owned oil companies from Russia and China. They're also involved in Venezuela. So how they work out out of my price range, my game. But I think the key thing is, you think a year or 5 years from now, what happens, Joe, is this technology moves faster now than ever. That's what's been happening in the shale forever. It just happens faster than ever. And we did produce 20 years ago, 3 million barrels a day in Venezuela. Now it's down to 1. Getting it back towards 2 should take a little while, but it's going to happen.
Mike McGlone with us from Miami, Bloomberg Intelligence. Great to have you, Mike. To think of all the time I spent going to sleep with the blinking Citgo sign outside my bay window on Charlesgate. I'm Joe Matthew in Washington. We'll assemble our political panel next.
Oh, God. That banter is getting worse over at Bloomberg. I used to sleep next to a gas station sign. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Okay, let's see what we got, guys, going on. Let's get back into some other outlets. Let's take a look here. New York, of course, court outside. Still hanging out here. Armed guards waiting for Maduro to come back out of the courthouse. Yeah, a bunch of banter still happening over here at Fox Live. And yeah, let's get back over into some crypto news. Ousted Venezuelan leader. Now Maduro pleads not guilty in court. We already heard about that already. Let's dive into some crypto news while we're waiting for this whole thing to play out. Bitcoin.com news, as Bitcoin sits at 93,700, wicking last time this last 30-minute candle, down to 93.3, possibly waiting for a pullback, confirmation for another leg up. And this is still really, really, really fast, very tight. Yeah. Very tight. Look at that bounce. You're on the 5-minute already starting to bounce. The 1 minute, of course, the smaller time frames showing a bounce on Bitcoin. Right now is about the time we would get confirmation of this bounce. If it does get any higher than 93.7 to get back above, we have to maybe another pass. We're at 12:30 already. This will be the time to do it. 12:30, of course, starts the really really starts to surge, of course, intraday trading on these assets. 94,000 maybe getting retested here in the next hour or so. All right, let's see what we got on the news. Anything else new? Anything else breaking? Robert Kiyosaki predicts silver about to hit $100, then all-time highs coming soon for, of course, the silver asset. He's been, of course, telling everyone in the world to buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Of course, we cover these articles almost every single week for the last 2 years from Robert Kiyosaki, always having something to say about these markets. I predict silver opens tomorrow at $100. That's a bit ballsy. I don't think so. And goes to all-time highs. What do you think? The famous author wrote the post amplified Kiyosaki long-standing thesis that silver is poised for dramatic repricing after the years of underperformance. 100% agree with him on that, but I don't think it's going to $100 until maybe next month, but it's on track to do so. He has consistently framed the metal as both a monetary hedge and an industrial necessity, after often arguing that the rising debt levels, currency debasement, and supply constraints could trigger outsized gains once investor sentiment turns decisively bullish. On December 28, 2025, he highlighted the silver is more than above $80 and openly questioned whether 200 could be the next major milestone, reinforcing the idea that the market may be entering a powerful breakout phase. Silver breaks $80, $200 is next, he wrote. All right, so that's his, of course, statements coming out on silver. Don't think it's going to hit $100 this week, but you never know. You just never know. Okay, let's see. He called for it today. Obviously, it didn't happen today. Anything else happening in our space? Let's take a look at Cointelegraph. Crypto funds pulled 47 billion inflows in 2025, shy of record 2024 as altcoins led the way. Can Bitcoin avoid a bull trap at 93K? Well, we already kind of broke through that now, so we're trying to find our path to 95 next. Bitcoin enters strength phase, but 100K debate heats up between traders. This came out 2 hours ago, probably from two traders over on X or YouTube. Let's take a look. Bitcoin's attempting a transition of strength after weeks of range trading between $90,000 and $86,000. Of course, the bears and the bulls would not let go on these two ranges because of the options expiry event that occurred last month. While the technical structure has improved, Bitcoin traders debate whether the move has momentum or risks of becoming a bull trap. Bitcoin indicator flipped bullish on Bitcoin, reclaimed above 90K. Momentum and channel positioning over favorable. This is all old news. Even though this case came out 2 hours ago, they were bickering about 90K level before. Of course, we broke well above that now in recent days. Let's take a look. Who are they referring to? Bitcoin researcher Alex Alder Jr. Never heard of him. Over, I'm assuming, on X. And who else we have here? I don't know. I'm already not interested. Crypto Quant. Okay. Data from Crypto Quant continues to show steady absorption of supply. Bitcoin balances headed by accumulating addresses cohorts have reached all-time highs of 2.28 million, $211 million, extending a trend to accelerate through 2024-2025. Retail accumulation is rising more gradually, pointing into the growing participation without signs of late cycle euphoria, while systematically accumulation patterns remain intact. I agree. I mean, we've been watching these record levels of ETF inflows over the past 2 months, while the bull market's been down. And I've been telling people, get some Bitcoin because this is about to, get exhausted. And we're going to get into true scarcity once all of the Bitcoin's locked up. And the amount on exchanges continues to dwindle every day. It's a new low, yada, yada, yada. You guys know my usual rhetoric on that. Ledger, okay, I think we ought to cover all this stuff. Let's get back and see if there's anything new breaking on Maduro.
Facing narco-terrorism and weapons charges. A live look outside of the federal courthouse as there remains a very heavy police presence. This as the arraignment has concluded. Maduro telling the judge, quote, "I was captured and that I am a decent man, the president of my country." The lawyer saying that the Maduros plead not guilty on all charges, and Maduro repeatedly asserting that he is still the leader of Venezuela. His wife, Celia Flores, also repeatedly saying in Spanish and then through her interpreter saying, "I am the first lady of the Republic of Venezuela." Damn. When she was asked to enter a plea, she responded, "Not guilty, completely innocent." So Maduro did tell the judge that he had not yet read the indictment against him and had not been informed of his rights, saying, through his interpreter, quote, "I did not know of these rights. Your Honor is informing me rather of them right now." The judge responded to Maduro saying that a plea of not guilty will be entered on behalf of Maduro, and Maduro, a second time when asked for his plea, said, quote, "I am innocent. I am not guilty of anything that is mentioned here." So we are going to continue to follow all of the breaking news developments. We do know that the next court appearance for Maduro will be March 17th at this federal courthouse as we continue to follow this breaking news. So the arraignment has now concluded. The lawyers have exited. Maduro repeatedly maintaining his innocence, pleading not guilty to all of the charges against him, and repeatedly asserting that he is still the leader of Venezuela. His wife, Celia Flores, who also appeared before the judge
That's also
during this arraignment, also asserted her.
That's funny. It's funny that the the next court case is going to be in March. As the same thing we just covered this morning, where a group of 20 U.S. investors are planning a trip to Venezuela in March to take over their assets. What the hell, guys? It's all too convenient. I don't believe any of this. I said that at the beginning of this live stream, especially when it came to the amount of Bitcoin over there. I don't believe any of this. I think this is all too convenient. Everything is so set in stage, and I don't know, man. I don't trust any of this. So yeah, it looks like in March 17th, they're gonna have another court for a case for President alleged President Maduro. March 17th. There we go. So it's another narrative to our list. I don't think it really matters too much for Bitcoin other than the seized assets if, of course, Bitcoin is found and taken from them. That was 600,000 Bitcoin, just the perfect amount, 660,000, which is the perfect amount to get to America to 1 million as they originally planned anyway. I tell you guys, this is all too convenient for me to believe. Venezuela President Maduro court date is March 17th. We have a lot of narratives playing out this year already into 2026. All right, so I think that's it, guys. I think that pretty much covers all of what we have to cover today when it comes to the President Maduro and Venezuela price action, Bitcoin breakout, yada yada yada. Bitcoin still attempting to break above here. It already broke out of its 93.5 zone. Did bounce from 93.3 and looking to test another attempt to break above 94. Again, 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's usually when you start to see these movements. This is, of course, prime time intraday trading for America on Monday. This is Monday, guys. False Move Monday. Usually we have not the greatest trading days on Monday, but Bitcoin doesn't care. Right now, the world needs Bitcoin, and I would say Venezuela needs Bitcoin more than they think. So again, I think Bitcoin's still rising on the hopes and fears, looking like what gold usually does on these uncertain times. Speaking of gold, let's take a look and see how that's going. It looks like it's also doing a recovery as well, getting closer to its all-time high of 90. I'm sorry, that's Bitcoin. That's still Bitcoin. Gold. Okay, coming back down, retesting a little bit of this higher low here on gold. Maybe you can get back to 4,500. New all-time high, getting closer to that by the end of the week. If this continues, I can't believe we have to wait till freaking March for this whole thing to play out. But it's definitely going to be an interesting year. March also, oh my gosh, all these narratives play perfectly into the cycle as they normally would go into March breakout, typically for crypto altcoin season. Oh my god, this is nuts. It's too convenient. I'm telling you, something doesn't feel right here. But I guess we'll take the win anyway.
We're gonna win so much.
Yep, we're gonna win so much, guys. All right, for those who are just catching us, you've been following, of course, Bitcoin's price action all day. We've been here since 9:30. I showed you guys, of course, the entire weekend price action on Friday, where I thought the markets would take us. Of course, the prediction I put in on Friday was baseline bull. We went right down the center and, of course, smashed a lot of the bull predictions I had for the weekend. Who else can show you this over the entire course of the weekend? I don't know. You tell me, because I want to see what else people are doing. I just do everything based on psychology and sentiment of the markets. Oh! All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave for the day. Bitcoin's still possibly retesting 94K. I got to go and, take care of some loose ends this afternoon. It is possible we do finally start to consolidate at 94K. If we do touch that again and get rejected, we'll come back down and, again, just keep the trend going. I think the bull trend going. I think if we do see consolidation here and we do not break out to 95, there's nothing really above us, really, in any meaningful way. We already smashed through all the thick of it, which was at 92, 93K. So we can continue going. If people get FOMO into Bitcoin, they just want to participate in the best asset ever, then yeah, there is no second best.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin.
Why would you want
crypto asset? Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Yeah, and again, FOMO continues. We will continue higher. If not, we want to play the whole trading game, then yeah, we'll come back down here. We'll touch the bull trend line one more time and then continue our leg up and yada, yada. Go into, of course, early Tuesday morning here in the United States, or, of course, the foreign market open for another breakout past 94K, or another attempt, anyway, after the market closes here in the United States. That's usually how this plays out. Its overall sentiment right now is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at that before we head out, though. I do want to see where we're currently sitting at the markets. Fear and greed right now for the stock market, still 47, the same exact spot it was this morning. Nothing really to see there. And crypto looking at 26, still the same exact spot we saw this morning as well. Nothing really moving in terms of overall sentiment, although I personally feel a lot more bullish than this is showing, just because of the overall feel of the markets looking at Bitcoin's order books, right? The order books of Bitcoin now are very bullish, in my opinion, with every single goalpost moving up higher and higher as the time frames go on. I keep showing you guys this every 6 hours. We're higher and higher and higher and higher. We're building this out. The likelihood of us retesting back down to 70K are some of these crazy things we're talking about at the tail end of 2025. It's just not likely to be seen, I think, in 2026, at least not in the first quarter, or in the first month, I should say. All right, so that's what I was looking at here. Just overall sentiment looking pretty bullish in general. I got to step away and get some stuff done. So have a great day, guys. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid before the bull runs. Don't do anything stupid. Play into the typical trends of the cycle. Stay safe. Have real utility. Hold real utility into this year. I don't know why you would be messing around with so many other things, especially a very large portion of your portfolio in silly nonsense. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. I will see you guys all again soon. Have a good one. This is the Crypto Otaku signing out. Later.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a montage. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, bold Nike. Oh, in other words, let's make history.
Coming back from the intro with a $10 super chat.
Money now. Me, money needing
Jake
a
the
lot
Snake.
now.
Haha, you demand Otaku. You demand Jake the Snake, of course. My favorite king of all time, the King of Ohio, Bitcoin State.
Oh, hail
Let's
the
go.
King of Ohio. Jake the Snake.
Thank you so much,
The keeper
Jake.
of wrenches, the painter of lead pipes, the igniter of dumpster fires.
Yes, you're still the king of chaos. I love you, my man. I love you. How you doing? Guys, thanks again for, all the love and support today, guys. We had a long live stream. It's one of the longest ones we've done in the mornings for a while. Thanks again for coming out. I hope you got something out of this. Again, I do this for you guys. I want to make sure that you're all not only entertained, but educated, right? And that's all I ask, is for you guys to get something out of this. And I appreciate all the love and support. 93,009, about ready to test 94K. Can we just not leave the live stream today? I don't know. I tried, but yeah, Bitcoin's still doing the thing. I gotta go and cook at some point. I gotta start prepping for dinner. Yeah, 93,900. Damn. On Bitcoin. I gotta go to the grocery store. I gotta get some things. Bitcoin will not let me leave. I love it. So yeah, gay hearts for everyone, says the King of Ohio. Gay hearts for everyone in the chat. Have a great day, Otaku and Chaos family. Have a great day as well, Gamma. Thanks again, guys, for coming on out. Bitcoin probably breaking 94K as we speak. Oh, I don't know anymore, guys. I don't know anymore, but I gotta go. My family depends on it, as well. I feel as though I've learned so much from you and Roberto. I feel like a veteran of 1.5 years in. I'm happy to hear that, Jake. Thanks again so much. Knowledge through osmosis. What the hell, Jake? Gay hearts on in the house, says Brave Army Freedom. Remember when gay didn't actually mean that? I don't know. Is it just me?
What are you, stupid?
God, I can't even appreciate rainbows anymore. Anyway, okay, what else we got? Knowledge through us. Okay, Brave Army Freedom says, thanks, Otaku. You the man. Jake the Snake said, my super chat cards will be restored soon. Nice. Thanks again, guys, for supporting the live stream. This is my primary source of income, so I appreciate it. I really do. It get me, of course, through another month. Hopefully Doge gets me through another month, too. Just saying. All right, guys. Have a great night. I will catch you all soon. Hopefully, Bitcoin will pump in my absence. That's usually what happens, right? That's usually what everyone says in the chat. Every time I have to have an important date or a... or an appointment, Bitcoin pumps on my behalf. So hopefully I will be exiting on a good note. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Before the bull run. Thanks again for all the love and support, and I'll see you later. So. I told you 94K as soon as I leave. Damn it. Later, guys. Have a great day. Bitcoin going to 95, then 100K here soon. Within the next week or two, if this continues. Oh my God, it's crazy. I gotta go. Bye. Later.